Why, hello there, chat. How are you? It is good to be back. And playing some D&D. Yes. Let's go say hello to our lovely players.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the plot was going to be, but now they have it, that's actually kind of cool. I'm very
I
excited
like it
to see
too.
Hello, lovely players.
Hi, we were talking about the Barbie movie.
Oh yeah, it looks interesting.
It's gonna be weird. Yeah.
Hey, you know, Will Ferrell's in it. It looks
I'm
goofy.
excited.
It's not taking itself seriously. It looks like a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hello. Did you see my message? Is Aranis armed? Get it? Armed. I wasn't sure if we had done that yet.
Oh, yes, I was working on it, and for some reason, Foundry wanted to give you like a +6 to hit. And I'm like, I don't know why it wanted to do that, because it should be a +4.
Yeah, because it should be like, because it's a ranged attack. Should be like my what?
Yeah, your dex and proficiency.
That's weird.
So I could not figure out why, because there was no, because like I checked your melee weapons and it was fine. Like there was no issue with that. It was like your melee weapons are a +5.
Yeah.
Because they should be. And this was or +6 with your one weapon. But yeah, for some reason this is a +6, and I could not figure out why.
That's
so we'll just be doing it manually if it comes to that. You know, it's I mean it's simple enough. It's going to be a D4 +2 if it hits something.
And it's like 3 times per combat.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized I left my kitchen fan on because I just cooked some food. Let me turn that off.
All good. How are you today, everybody? Hi, Izzy.
There we go. All right, putting headphones back on.
Yes.
Oh, and Izzy's here. Good.
Yep,
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Hello.
Izzy's muted. Koi is also muted.
Hi, friends.
How is everyone doing?
It's okay. I did a show last night, which was awful.
I'm sorry.
So I performed well, but the headliner of the show sexually assaulted a woman on stage in front of the entire audience. You know that shitty, sneaky, like kiss me on the cheek and then switch to the lips thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled that in front of a bunch of people. And it was really gross and really awful, and this poor girl was super upset. Also, this man had a rash of some kind all over his body.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was nasty. Also, the air conditioning was broken in the back room, so we were sweating our damn bodies to death. We were dying. And the microphone was electrocuting me.
Wow.
It was a really bad gig, and I think we made like no money, so
Izzy, it sounds like your gig is worse than the gigs you perform in D&D.
Yeah, it really is. This one is one for the books, let me tell you, because holy shit, I haven't had a gig that bad in I don't even know when. I was appalled. I at least got to hang out with some buddies backstage, but that was the only bright spot was my friends, because oof. It's bad.
Yeesh. Well, in some good news, actually today good news, my wife got this job she applied for, so we're not gonna be poor, so that's great.
I love that for you.
Let's go.
What's she gonna be doing?
Basically her same job, but now it's because of how they've moved things around. It's a full-time position, and yeah, and she's gonna get a salary and like benefits and shit, which is nice. I'm very proud of her, and we're gonna celebrate doing whatever she wants tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun. But first, there's D&D.
Yes.
D&D.
So last time on Aftermath, a couple of things happened. We talked a bit about how the party now has to travel to the capital to report to the Ministry of I believe it's. I don't have the tab. I never have this tab open. It's Ministry of Survival and
Reconstruction.
something like that. Yes. It's like I have all this like all built up like different like bureaucracies within the capital, and like I get them just confused. And
survival and recovery. That's what it is.
Thank you. Yeah, because it was fun coming up with those too, because like it's got to sound like official enough.
I'm doing my part. Smacks a notebook on my head.
Pretty much. And you guys have about 3 days, which you're now in the middle of, like, I'd say this would be like middle of day 2 / end of day 2, before you meet once again with not only the town protector Sebastian, the merchant guild leader, but also the envoy and then Inquisitor Gelanus. They will hopefully have something to give you guys for your journey to the capital, because you've chosen quite the long journey due to the wet season being upon you. You're not taking the main roads because those are likely to be flooded and could easily just damage while being faster, it could easily damage your new wagon, cart, what have you, and you would easily lose as much as you could possibly gain in terms of time. So you've chosen the more roundabout way. But before we get there, a curious thing you noticed while a couple of you were hanging about the tavern. I think all of you were getting ready to meet up to have dinner together, possibly to discuss, the events to come, when you saw a familiar tiefling, Jett, bard, performer extraordinaire, loved by everyone, slinking away from the tavern, a little disgruntled look on his face, a little discomfort, not the usual bravado that he normally has. And a few of you sort of tailed him, seemingly unnoticed, and you noticed he went into an abandoned-looking building, only to disappear in a red flash and reappear moments later, leaving the building. You gathered your entire party to investigate and found a mirror within this abandoned building. And in this mirror it pulled you in. And once you took the sheet over it, it covered with different insignias and details of musical notation. You were sucked in and brought to this like little mini demi-plane, and you see found this strange creature before you when we left off our last session. So,
Yeehaw.
now that everyone's here,
Or he,
let us let us
Okay, I would like
begin.
another ABC of that, please. Very good, thank you. I'll take that take.
Wow.
I try my best. I've done
Let me
small
grab
voice work.
the music that I thought I had grabbed, but I didn't grab, so I'm going to
I just
grab
love that you
this.
knew exactly what I was talking about.
I knew it.
Always.
Well,
Not everybody knows what an ABC is, guys.
Mm-hmm.
just gonna grab this music. Oh, and I think I figured out why we had awful lag with the thing before.
Why is that?
Because for some reason, for me, the server for this channel was set to West Coast, which I am not on the West Coast. So
That'll do it.
That could be an issue, yes.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this music's cooking.
yes, aptly named Quid Pro Quo. So, without further ado, we continue where we left off. As the party meets an eccentric-looking skeletal man with a very sharp-looking outfit.
I like the skeletal man? Question mark?
Yeah, he could be a demon.
You see this, and it looks like skeleton wearing clothes. Oh, Izzy, I think I'm getting a little bit of bleed from you.
Better.
We'll find out. Who's sort of lounging on an organ bench, and when you all come in, it goes, well, multiple visitors in the same day. We don't get that very often. Come in. What can old Sharp do for you?
I'm sorry, could you say his name one more time?
Sharp.
Sharp.
Oh, haha, yes, okay, that's right. I will just make like half a step forward and do a respectful little nod and go, well, I saw my acquaintance, Jett, coming in and out of here, and couldn't help but be curious.
Oh, Jett, yes, wonderful patron of the arts. Yes, he's a good boy. Izzy, I think your mic setting might be a bit off because you are very dank today.
It's weird because I've been muted like on my mic for the last, if I'm not talking.
Weird, because your voice, it sounds like you were inhaling your microphone, which is bizarre because it's usually never like this.
Yeah, is it better here?
Oh my god, that's that's perfect.
Okay, weird. I don't know. This microphone likes to hate me sometimes.
It's okay. We'll have our weekly mic fix.
Well, I just didn't want to go downstairs and put in my really good one. I was lazy.
No worries. No worries at all.
Today.
I just didn't want you to be dank the whole time if you didn't have to be.
I appreciate it.
So Sharp continues. Oh no, and I'm getting the bleed through again. You can't win, Izzy.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
It's all good. So, what can I do for you, lovely ladies and gentlemen? Have you come for a concert, perhaps, or something else?
What are you?
What are you? I don't have to answer your question. You're in my home.
I'm a ghost slayer. Looks at the undead. Question mark.
Yeah.
Are you of good nature?
What's good? What's bad? Who's to say?
Okay, that answers my question. And he sheaths his sword that he was slowly unsheathing.
So
You're not a
he's
threat.
taking out his sword?
No, he's sheathing his sword instead of he was slowly taking out, realizing, oh, he's not evil, he's just silly. But he just nods at Sharp.
Well, I was just wondering, are you perhaps the one helping Jett with his musicality?
Guilty as charged. You could say I give him the old music lesson here or there.
I was wondering about that. I'm a bit of a musician myself, more of a singer than anything else, but...
Oh, are you now? Well... Sharp sort of waddles forward, and his legs kind of clacking away as he does so. You know, he is just a sentient skeleton, as far as you can tell. So, well, he looks you up and down. Yes, you have the build of a singer. Sure, I believe it. So tell me, what can old Sharp do for you?
I don't know that I have any specific requests. I just was mostly satisfying curiosity, if that makes sense.
Well...
Although, if you wish to play, I'm sure you're fantastic.
Oh, yeah. He sort of gets, what's the word? He sort of is like he puffs himself up and like, well, you know, I'm quite the musician, yes. I've been told. But of course, it's not about me. For once. I know what you're thinking. Not about him. Surely that can't be the case. But it's about pleasing the audience, and you're my audience today. So what can Old Sharp do for you? What musical endeavors do you seek to achieve that perhaps I could assist?
Do you need to get paid?
Yes, how does your transactions with Jett go? What does he give to you in return for musical?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. For what Jett wanted, well, you know, it's rude to talk about other people's deals behind their backs.
But it's
Very
fair.
I tell you what, if Jett wants to tell you the deal we have, I'll let him tell you.
Fair enough. Just as long as it's a fair deal.
Sure, why not?
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
I've heard that expression somewhere before. I would just love to hear you play. Honestly, I have no requests other than that. I just think it would be interesting to hear you play, since obviously you must be so good, because Jett sounds fantastic.
Well,
Inside, she's dying to say that, but
make me a persuasion check. And you've fluffed him up a bit, so make it with advantage.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna get into my persuasion.
Throws you a wet rubber duck. Here.
ew.
No, I'm just kidding. Mm.
I don't. Yeah, there we go.
With a 20, he will say, well, I suppose I can play you a little ditty. He whips out his violin and begins to play, and as he does so, probably Oleandra more than anyone else, being a bard. Make me an Arcana check, Oleandra, as he plays. And as he's playing, he is playing what could possibly be, you know, the most beautiful music you've ever heard. Just like really digging into the violin for this like mournful, like beautiful melody. With the 16 Arcana, you can tell that the violin that this creature is using is the equivalent of, you know, an arcane focus. So you think this creature gains all, well, maybe not gains, but is able to use that violin to great effect if they would like to. But currently, they just seem to be simply playing a tune. But you think if the situation were to change, they could easily make this tune more magical in nature. Currently, though, he just plays you a simple little ditty and ends with a little flourish. There, see, a little ditty, nothing sinister.
No, that was quite beautiful, honestly.
Quite
Very
impressive.
impressive.
Sharp gives a deep bow. Thank you.
How much would it be to give her the violin?
Oh, I don't play that instrument, but thank you.
Oh, you want a violin, do you? We could make a deal.
I'm fine. I don't play a violin, but I appreciate it.
He
What do you
he
play again? A lute?
grabs out of thin air a violin case.
It's really
And-
You could ask him to teach you how to play the violin.
And he says,
Wait, does Oleandra play the banjo?
I play the lyre, I sing,
Play the lyre.
and I play I think a recorder or something like that.
the best
Nice.
part about my instruments is you don't need to know how to play them to be an expert at them.
Oh.
So even I can.
Even you, little goat boy, could be a virtuoso.
I mean, I could use a win.
Oh, that's so sad.
We love sad boys.
Campaign's full of sappers.
Well, my boy. The choice is yours. Would you like a violin?
I'll just sort of sneak up, not sneak up, but just kind of gently step back and be like, Clove, just so you know, I think if you accept this, and no shade on Mr. Sharp, who's wonderful.
Yes,
think
no
you'll be
shade at all.
entering-
He butts right in.
You'll be
You
entering
want the
into a deal.
Deals.
Yes. I know enough about the arcane to know the sort of nature of this arrangement. I've just got out from one master. I don't need another at the moment.
I'm
He's
not.
just gotten
I
rid
wouldn't
of a
call myself a
abusive
master.
relationship.
More of a teacher, really. Come to me for music lessons here and there, and I can give you great things in return.
I think I'll pass respectfully.
Well, suit yourself.
Well, I don't think we want to take up too much more of your time. I really appreciate you playing for us. It was really wonderful.
Well, surely you have something to sing back.
Oh, certainly. I can share a melody with you if you like. She will think back into her brain and pick like a song that she knows is beautiful, and like it sounds easy but is actually very hard to sing. And I guess she'll make a performance check. Y'all want to give or something?
Yeah, go ahead, make me a performance check.
Someone want to give me guidance, please? Anyone?
I don't know if. Let's see what spell. Sure.
Mm.
She will slap you with a guidance.
She should have it, I think.
Yeah, she can slap a guidance on you.
Oh, good. I did pretty well anyway.
25. Sharp sort of like strokes where a beard would be if he had one. It's not bad by any means. It just doesn't really do it for me. Sure, dude. I think you're hiding something from me, little girl. Surely there's got to be something I don't know, more potent that you could do.
I see what you mean. I'll do my shepherd song then.
Roll me another performance check, and you can have another guidance.
Pretty good.
22. As you begin singing your shepherd song, now Sharp seems more captivated by your song, and as you're singing through it, all of a sudden you see as you sing, it's almost like the notes are appearing in thin air, and as these notes are appearing, they're kind of wafting over to Sharp himself, who once it gets close enough to him, he just grabs him. He's like, no, this won't do. This won't do at all. And he grabs the notes as you're singing them, pulling them and you with it up to the organ, where he whips out a quill and begins editing your song. Like, no, we could do so much better than this. It's a little droll, but you know, you got to do what you got to work with, I suppose. Let's see here. Fix a little note here, there. Yes, this is what we should do. Make me. This is an extremely strange thing that's happening to you. So make me a wisdom saving throw. As you know, the music you're singing, you're being like choked on your own song right now as you're being live edited.
Auto-tune. Everyone's worst nightmare.
As Sharp begins editing your song, you take 6 psychic damage.
Oh,
And he's just going to town now. Yes, we do this. A flourish here. Oh, it'll be perfect. Make me another wisdom saving throw. All right, this time you're able to maintain your composure and fight off the absurdity that's around you in your mind. Steal your focus, and watching his edits, you're able to adjust your verses as they come, and you now have an upgraded shepherd song.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So let's see. The song is now. Oh, I had a thing for it. Now where did it go? One moment, gotta find where I put it.
I do a little dance. I do the
I
meme
have
dance
what it
where
does.
I kick my legs out.
I just didn't write down its new name. It's
I do the spin.
well, I didn't save the new name, so we're just gonna call it now the Shepherd's Hymn.
Mm.
It is now, so the song has changed now dramatically. However, now it is currently now a once per combat song. But when you use it, it is no longer concentration. And so you use it once, you give someone the help action once, but in doing so, you also heal that ally equal to your spellcasting modifier. So, using a bardic inspiration, you now give someone the help action, and they heal for your spellcasting modifier.
Oh.
That's awesome, and it's not
That's-
concentration anymore either.
It is not
Sweet.
concentration anymore. It does not have your movement must be 0 thing to it either.
That's awesome.
Much better. Now this tune can really sing.
Well, thank you. That's hurts a little bit, but honestly, I'm glad to see that it's been improved. It definitely sounds a lot better.
Perfection often comes with a cost.
Often at our expense of our mental health. Yes, I am fully aware.
You are a musician.
Oops.
That was a little too real for Aranis.
A little too real for me as a human. Yeah, oof. But, well, truly, I do appreciate this. It's very kind of you to help and kind of you to share your expertise.
Yes. Do you have anything else for me?
If you wish, I have another song.
Yes, of course. Sing away.
All right, I'm gonna quickly bop myself with a healing spell. Cause I got hurt. Garbage, but fine.
5 heat.
It's like, and I'll do the Billy Bob, and I will preface it by saying I am fully aware that this one is rough as hell because I learned it from a drunk man. I think half these notes are wrong, and we'll see what happens.
Make me a performance check.
Do I get my D4?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, a 19. As you begin singing Billy Boy, Sharp, once more the music, the notes as you sing them become coming out of your mouth almost like a stream. Sharp goes, no, grabs it again, pulls it over to the organ, begins editing once more. Oh no, we could do so much better with this melody. What even notes are you singing here? I don't like this at all. We gotta fix this and that.
I agree.
Make me a wisdom saving throw. Well, okay, there you go. You are able. You've readied yourself now that you know what to expect. You are prepared, and you steeled your mind, and you just focus on your performance, and you're able to maintain your composure as Sharp finishes editing your song. You now have the where I just had it. There it is. It it is now the drinking song. Billy Boy the Drunkard. And your upgrade looks like this. The damage for melee attacks is now a 1d6 instead of 1d4. However, since this is now has a little bit more of a lilt to it, like a true drinking song, whoever you use this on, you still have to concentrate on this, but whoever you use this on, at the end of their turn, must make a dexterity saving throw DC 10 or fall prone.
Does this still give them a -2 to their ability check?
Nope.
Okay.
So the new the drinking song of Billy Boy is 1d6 damage, and then at the end of the turn they have to make a dex save DC 10 or fall prone. And it is still concentration.
Well, that's certainly a lot better. Thank you.
Of course, happy to help. Now, let's talk about me. Let's talk about what all of you could possibly do for little old me. You know, just a humble little guy here in this little demiplane. I would love if you could just help a guy out.
And how would you propose we do that?
Oh, well, when you leave, you could shatter the mirror. That would be very helpful.
You tired of Jett?
More so tired of not being able to leave this place.
Oh. What happens if you leave?
Did he trap you here?
Jett, no, he found me.
I
No,
see.
Jett's not powerful enough to do
I
something
didn't
like
think
that.
so.
No.
I didn't think so either, but just so you want to escape, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is something that Insight would do, but
I
on
would
my
also like to insight too.
Everyone can roll an insight.
Yeah. 17.
okay, I guess for me.
Ernest is the only one rolling fire. And
Clove
Clove.
didn't do too bad.
Yeah, Clove and me rolled good.
Let's see. Airness and Clove. This guy is
She
pretty...
didn't roll.
All right, I'll roll for she.
Listen.
Insight.
Oh, okay.
She once again breaking the mold.
They're
well-
trying to make us Jaeger C for maximum
Yeah.
output.
Sharp is extremely hard to read. He's got a lot of chaotic energy to him, though. However, even with the 26 insight from she, you're not exactly sure what would happen if you let Sharp out. You don't get the sense that he's good or that he's evil. He's kind of very strong in, like, the chaotic, neutral... Whatever he has as an agenda, he's probably going to do whatever it takes for that. And, you know,
Okay.
if something good happens along the way, great. If something bad happens along the way, oh, who cares?
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
That's solid.
I believe we can do that for you. I do think Jett will be most disappointed.
Perhaps it can inspire others.
He still has his powers. He just will have a harder time talking to me, which I think he might prefer.
Okay, I'll do this for you. But is there anything you can give to us that is not musically inclined? We're not skilled in that department. If we help,
I just gave you 2 songs.
no.
What do you?
Believe me, what he gave me will help us quite a bit. I know it doesn't seem like possibly a lot to you.
Do you want a pipe organ? I've got a pipe organ.
No, I'm quite good.
I'll take that loot. I'm kidding.
Tell,
But
do you
If
have
you like
any?
that loot, I can give it to you.
Do you
No,
have
it's
any
okay.
Do you have any music sheets that are quite unique?
Take a look around. It's all here. You see on the ground, all that paper is either crumpled up, torn up, or just discarded sheets of music.
I'll take the nice, like the most put together one, like that seems like it's mostly a song, and I'll just look at him and, you don't mind if I?
Sure. Wasn't good enough for me, but maybe it's good enough for you.
Thank you. And I put it in my pocket and just nod. Okay, we'll break your mirror.
Yes, I thank you for your assistance. It's very kind of you. And if we ever run into each other in the future, I look forward to it. This has been most enlightening and quite amusing.
Excellent. Well, glad we made a deal.
In a way, yes.
Is anything else, or is the party going through the mirror to leave?
I'll just grab some sheet music too, just kind of look at it and see if there's anything that's not too ripped up.
Make me an investigation check.
All right.
You're more musically inclined.
Not amazing.
Okay, yeah, you just grab kind of whatever.
Okay. I'll take a look at it.
To ask, where do you come from?
Where'd you go?
Well, you
Where
come
did
from
you
where
come from?
everybody
Shop I
comes
do.
from.
A mom?
Yes.
There.
Were you a skeleton when you were born?
This guy always asks questions like this.
Yes, he does. He has
Very-
zero situational awareness.
very
I'm very
personal.
sorry. I know. He just has to know. It's okay.
Well,
I'm just curious about the logistics is all.
let's see. I've been here for a few hundred years or so. Don't quite remember. It's been a bit. Don't quite
Yikes.
remember the outside world too well.
It's been pretty shitty.
Ah.
Yeah, you might even want to go back in. This outside isn't the greatest place to be at the moment.
No, I'm tired of this place. I'm just left here with my thoughts.
Do you know anything about druids, by the way? Just like, do you know about the miasma and all that jazz? Or
I'm not very up to date with the current bands that are hip, I'm afraid.
oh, okay.
That's definitely not a band, but I
Well,
can
I
see
think
why
you'll
you
be
would do that.
surprised about what you'll learn outside.
Can't wait.
All right.
Yeah, there was an-
yes. Make sure
yeah.
you don't break the mirror in here. If you do that, then
Outside.
we're all fucked.
We're all stuck.
Outside.
Yes.
So leave, then break the mirror, then I can leave.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Okay.
Makes sense.
See you
Well,
on
it
the
was
other side, I
Lovely.
guess.
All
It
right.
was lovely to meet you, Mr. Sharp.
The pleasure is all mine. So the party leaves. Do you break the mirror?
Yes.
Yes, on the way out.
Okay.
I mean, when we're out.
Yeah.
I tell.
As
And
you
the campaign ended because we were stupid.
Yeah.
as you break the mirror, you shatter it into hundreds of pieces. In doing so, Sharp pops out and he goes, "Oh, finally, I'm free of that horrible thing." He's kind of moving, kind of creaks. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. I don't like it here at all.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We are in an post-apocalyptic world, my friend.
You see he's kind of moving as he's kind of stretching a bit. It's even more even more arthritic or just creaking of bones. Oh no, this won't do at all. I can't do this. You there, the Bard here, and he sort of jumps up, and as he does so, his body turns into the violin case. He's and he just kind of rattles a bit. Take me with you.
oh, sorry, what?
It's
He
too-
turns into
it's- he turns into a violin case. With presumably his violin inside.
That's funny.
I see.
It's too uncomfortable to be a skeleton. I can't do it. You have to take me with you. We'll figure this out together.
Oh boy.
Maybe we can find you another convenient but less awful demi-plane or something.
That would be fantastic.
Well, we'll do what we can for you. I can't wait to see Jett's face. This is going to be great.
That would be
I'm
quite
not
funny.
going to. Yeah. Do you want me to keep you a secret, or do you want me to tell him?
Secrets can get messy if we start letting them out in the open. Just let it be a good boy for a minute. Let him have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
I just really want to go to the pub right now and see if his playing is really fucked up.
Heh.
Or like if
you
he's
you guys can do that if you want. Do you want to go to the tavern?
fuck yes, I want to go see this. I want to go see what's happening. I want to see if he notices.
Right, 1 second. Line there.
And Aranis will take out a tiny list, and if anyone's behind him, they say it says "good monsters," and he adds sharp to a very small list.
The party exits the abandoned house and you all make your way back to the tavern. When you enter, you see Jett's in the middle of his set, and he's just going to town. Everything seems same as usual. Jett being as incredible as he usually is. Seeing you enter, Oleandra, he sends a little wink your way and adds a little flourish to the current riff that he's working on. But he's just in the middle of his set, just playing away on his magical piano.
I wink right back, and in my head, I'm just going,
Loser.
pretty much. He had to cheat. I didn't.
That's true. Hmm. Okay.
What's the party gonna do now?
Well, I
Drink?
think we're ready to leave.
Are we?
I mean, are we waiting on anything?
I mean, we could always sit down and drink and talk.
If you guys have
Talk
things
about
you would like to
things.
discuss with each other, you can definitely
Also,
get a
we were
table
going
here.
to. We were also going to look at books eventually too. Remember, guys?
Oh,
I needed
yes.
some magic books.
Oh.
If you would like to go to the library, you can definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. I figure we hang out here and get drinks. I don't know about you guys, and then just chat.
Yeah, we could do that.
Role play. Punches the clouds. Join me. We are cringe but free.
Also, it's
I was
not a
also
big
thinking the
deal.
table by the map.
But I'm only seeing the lighting map and not like the actual map.
Strange.
Huh.
Like I'm just seeing shades of gray.
I'd
with the
reload.
light. I did reload.
Foundry just fighting you right now.
I might just log out and log back in.
Only see gray.
Okay, I'll take a screenshot. Oh, no, I refreshed again and it worked. So, okay. 2 refreshes.
2 refreshes.
Aranis gets some wine. So, I take it a few of us are not fans of the capital. For reasons.
My
Uh,
mom lives there.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool though.
I've never been. It feels kind
Cool.
of like you're projecting.
Well, looks at Gel, who I'm sure I've seen making faces, and Clove, who was making a little bit of a face. The other day, that Inquisitor talked about your sister. What's going on? You have a good relationship with her?
I don't have a bad relationship. It's just she got into the whole world of the divine as well.
Mm,
And last we talked, she was thinking about joining the Inquisitors, and I guess she did. And she's good intentioned, but she is very she's more of a bull than a sheep, so to speak.
yeah.
Um,
Is she a
just
minotaur?
not literally,
Oh,
but she can be a bit bullheaded sometimes.
got you.
And my other sister, she she's gearing to take over the family business.
Mm. So there's not much business you were wanting to do in the capital. You came all the way out here.
Well, I came out here for the apprenticeship, and you kind of know how that went.
Yes. Like I said, we can work on formulas together on the road. Maybe teach each other.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling. I've been kind of on a track since Magic Academy, and now I'm suddenly off the track, and
Hmm.
it's a strange feeling.
That just means it's time for you to decide what you want. Not exactly, you don't have to follow any expectations except your own. Not a mentor, not school. Just what you think you can do best, you should do it.
Yeah, I always wanted to do something big,
Hmm.
and I thought I needed to get into the Mages Guild, but apparently not. Apparently they have lower expectations than I sort of built them up in my head.
I'm here for this conversation, right?
Yeah, we're all talking together.
I'll sort of chime in and be like, well, you did do something pretty damn big. If you think about it, we uncovered the mystery of an ancient puzzle from, the pre-collapse. I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, I get that, but it's less something I did as opposed to we found.
Well,
I suppose that's fair, but you were instrumental in helping uncover this.
we
Yeah.
solved
So,
it together.
most good big things are not done or achieved by one person alone. It's a group effort, as no matter how much someone likes to claim the otherwise.
Yes. And I think
There's
that's what you should keep in mind, Clove. Maybe
there's
together.
a field I've been interested in, but it's not looked highly upon in the fields of magic usually.
What is it?
Well, generally outside of the lanterns and other preventative measures, experimenting with the miasma and sort of corruption it brings is deemed not worth the risk, too dangerous.
Aaronus kind of scratches at his eyes a little bit.
But I always thought, if this is some sort of magical ailment, it stands to reason that there's some sort of magical cure as well. Like, and I don't think there's enough people looking into that.
Well, if you need a sufficient subject, I am, as I said, slightly infected with it, so.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of your eyes glowing recently. Ever since touching some of it back there in the temple.
And my fire
Uh,
is made of
Uh,
slight miasma.
The
And you were saying,
miasma's-
Jill?
I can't take out my eye like my cousin, so you might just have to deal with like looking me in the face. But if you need a subject, yeah, sure.
And what
Yeah,
were you
I'm
saying,
still-
Jill?
Experimenting every day with new recipes.
Koi, you were saying something?
Oh, to say the miasma's pretty dangerous. You'd be playing with fire.
Huh.
Well, we have evocation wizards literally playing with fire, and they don't get sort of shunned.
Aaronus holds his hand out with a bit of the miasma
Yeah, but
flame
the
in
world isn't a giant fireball because of it.
That's fair. But I did just finish up a new creation. I kind of wanted to surprise you in battle, but I'm having trouble keeping it a secret. And I'll place a new potion on the table. And it's kind of like a shimmery sapphire blue, little like glittery, swirly sparkles in it.
Curious. What does it do?
Well, it's here. I'll show you. And I'll take off the cork, and I'll sort of pour it out onto the table. Instead of being like liquidy like water, it's more like honey, and it gloops onto the table. And then, almost like wearing the bottle like a little hat,
Oh my
a
gosh.
little goo blob just kind of forms with a
I
no
have to
real face, no no like mouth or anything, but just kind of a clearly animate blob of potion.
I've literally one of my players does this too. I love this take on homunculi.
Get
This
flavor,
is
is
what
it?
I've been spent all my gold on. The
You've been making
sapphire heart.
slime?
Oh yeah, basically. Here I can I'll sort of point my hoof in a direction, and you watch as the little creature like goes to that end of the table.
Does it
Love
have
it.
a name or?
Well, this is actually the first time I've really took it out of its bottle, so
Pib.
Oh,
happy birthday, I guess.
I just look at it. Aaron is absentmindedly says, "Pib."
I don't know about Pib.
Hmm.
It'll come. For right
What
now,
about
let's just
Dr.
call it
Pib?
Dr. Pib. No,
Dr. Pib, yeah.
Oh God.
Diet Dr. Pib.
When he gets cut in half and he makes another small version.
For now, let's just call him Fred.
Very well.
Fred. All right.
Friend, not Fred.
Oh,
Oh,
friend.
I heard.
Oh,
Fred.
I heard Fred.
Like,
Friend.
okay.
All right, sure, why not?
All right, friend.
Yeah, and it can sort of slap you if I wanted it to. It's not the beefiest thing in the world, but it can do some fun stuff.
Impressive.
So, do you just like control it, or is it alive?
Yes. In both cases, like it's if you ever seen a golem, it's not too far off from that. It's an animate. It's not living, but it's a creature.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, just a little friend. He's just a friend.
Yeah, and Aranis will nod. I need to study up on magic again. So seeing this is definitely inspiring. Wouldn't be able to do what you do, but tomorrow I would like to go to the library and see if I can take out some books on magic before we reach
Well, I'm
the
happy to
capital.
help, and I'll put friend back in the bottle.
But
So-
Aranis looks at Jell. To the capital, you seemed a little apprehensive like myself. Is there anyone waiting for you? Family, perhaps?
Joel will just point at their face and just go, "Look at me."
Oh, I suppose.
You know,
So-
if you really need me to, I can always help you disguise yourself.
Oh, I can do that.
What?
I know how to
Fabulous.
apply makeup. I have a disguise kit.
But Aranos will just look at everyone. I am not looking forward to the capital, mainly as though my family is there, and I have not kept in contact with them for a bit. But they might prove good allies to have in future endeavors. So perhaps a visit is long overdue, and perhaps we
Why?
could get some funding.
Why don't you want to see them?
Hmm.
Jell missed the whole tragic backstory thing, darling.
Yeah, but I just haven't talked to them in a few years, like 10, 20 years. I send them letters, but I never gone home.
Oh, then you talk to him.
I don't let them respond. I never give them a sending address.
Oh, well, that
But-
would be dangerous for you.
Yes, but I left under quite a interesting situation. My father sent me to the Blood Hunters to train because they asked him. But I haven't seen my father in quite some time. But like I said, if we could get his help, some funding from our house, coin, then that would probably be useful for the future.
You're gonna show up to your dad's doorstep and ask him for money?
I mean, only my portion. I don't touch my inheritance or anything like that. Oh. Yeah, slight detail. I am of minor nobility. I thought I mentioned that, but perhaps I did not. Taps head.
Should I call you Sir Aranis then?
It would technically be Lord, but no.
Lord Aranis, got it.
No.
As you guys are talking, you hear a spattering of applause as Jett's set has come to an end. And he bows and says, Thank you so much. Don't forget to
He
tip
blows
your
up.
waiters, tip your bards, and I'll see you all next time. And he takes his heaping amount of gold and skedaddles.
So we do some magic stuff tomorrow, and then we're good to leave, or
I'd
is there
say
anything
so.
else?
If what all would you guys like to do before you have your final meeting before your departure?
Books. Books is the main thing I can think about.
I'll assist with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then let us jump to the library.
The library.
Shout out to Aaron is escaping family responsibilities for some 20, 30 odd years.
You all enter the library, and you are the only patrons in the library. It's just you guys and a tiefling behind the desk who you've met early on in this campaign, who goes by the name of Atlas.
He's the one allergic to clove.
He is highly allergic to clove, and when you come in,
Oh dear.
he says, "Oh, welcome to hello, clove. It's good. Oh, well, it's too late now. It's just gonna be like this all day.
I can cast like cure wounds on you if that hasn't helped.
That will do thing. It's fine. I'm sure I have something. He like rummages in his desk, and he finds like some herbs and like. This is an antihistamine that's been prescribed to me, but it doesn't always work. So I'm trying to do my best.
I'll just like stand on the other side.
He
of
like
the
starts
room.
like sneezing horribly.
Did you say this was a new day? Just for clarity.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, this can be a new. If you guys want to long rest yourselves.
Day 3.
I'll roll on my potion table. Ooh, low. That's one.
Is there anything I can help you with today?
Yes, Atlas. Thank you. You can buy books from here as well, or take them out for extended periods.
We don't usually sell the book. I mean, I guess I could. It depends. There are
Fair
some
enough.
tomes that are public, some for sale. Oh, maybe there's a little bit of that. But over. He just starts sneezing more. And he goes like, overall, it's just what do you need?
Well, we're going to be on an extended journey. And I needed to do a bit of studying during my travels. I was wondering if you had any books on abjuration and evocation magics that I could possibly purchase off of you, or borrow for the extended time that it would take to get from here to the capital and back.
Is there a specific thing about abjuration that you're looking for, or like just
Books on abjuration and evocation spells, the practice of them, anything like that will do nicely.
If you're just looking for, I mean, we have some like old Mage Guild textbooks, I think, that might be useful. If you were looking for something specific, though, you might have to, I need to know in order to help. But if it's just your basic stuff, then yeah, we got some textbooks over there you can probably buy.
That would be great. I know a little bit of magic, but I have to re-study it, and that's the field. So that should do nicely.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just down there to the.
He gestures kind of where Clove went.
It's down there towards the end. You can find it over there, and then yeah, just bring it to the gas station, and then I can help you further.
Thank you.
He goes like into the side and just like blows his nose, and it's like a trumpet, like.
My poor man's bad day.
Open the windows. Stand in the corner.
Make me an investigation check.
Yes, sirree.
May I also do one as well?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Just assisting with whatever.
Sure.
Whatever's
Then make an
going on.
investigation check.
You're good at these. Yeah, you are.
Let's go.
Yeah. With your 18 investigation, you're able to find that Mages Guild textbook that they're speaking of. It's Abjuration 101.
I found what you're looking for over here. You're looking too low on the shelf. It's a little bit higher.
Let's do. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Well,
problem. I've read this many a time. It's a good one.
While they are over in the corner there, Marlowe sidles up to the side of the desk, and anyone who's watching, he takes out a small book and slides it back across, and he just goes, thanks for lending this out for me. I've done it, so here you go. Sorry, it's a bit late.
Oh, okay, sure.
He'll take the
It's
book.
Anyone who sees the title it is Baldwin's Big Book of Body Ballads.
Hmm.
It's a bunch of erotic poetry.
Spicy.
Yeah, I appreciate you returning this with no children present.
Oh yeah, of course, not like last time.
Oh,
Yes.
Marlowe.
Yes, that was a
Guilty.
series of unfortunate conversations I had to have with a lot of parents.
I hear they've been banning a lot of books lately.
You're not there.
Yeah, it's not too bad though.
Alright. And just Marlowe very coolly just walk back to over here.
All right, you got it.
Do we clock the title of that book?
Roll me perception. I'll let Marlowe decide if you see it or not.
I'll roll sleight of hand, and I'll see if he definitely forgets to like put it title down, so it's definitely his title up. So see how
Well,
slick
are
he
you
was
trying
with,
to conceal it?
a little bit?
Oh, if you're trying to
But,
conceal it, then yeah.
I don't know.
Oleander, you catch the title.
Once again, Baldwin's Big Book of Body Ballads.
When you come back, Oleander will just look at you and go, "Good book."
I'm sure she would want to see.
Oh no.
She sees it too.
What's that about?
Oh, it's just poetry. My mom used to.
Oh, I
read
like
to me.
poetry. Can I hear some?
There once was a man from. No.
No. Run!
How old are you again, she?
I'm old enough.
Fair enough. My
Actually,
mom did
don't
read to me
remember
as a
how
kid.
old she is.
I mean, hey, Eric Krokra have a 30, what, 40 years?
Something like
And
40
they're
years,
done?
yeah.
Tell
He's
you what,
probably middle-aged.
you take it out, and maybe you can read up on it.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Aranis will come up with some books and put them down. Probably like 2 or 3 books on magic, like the magic in general. How much would these run, or are they for borrow?
Well, if you're leaving town, you should probably purchase it, because I don't know if you're gonna be back.
Die.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, just like, I don't know when you're coming back. If you can't, excuse me, I'm I don't know when you're he goes back. I don't know when you're coming back, and
He kind of like, he just like takes a handkerchief that's like at this point like soaked, trying to like dry his hands.
Yeah, so okay. What about
All right, so this is where what are you actually looking to do? Are you just like, is this just general knowledge stuff? Or are you hoping to like eventually like is this towards your multi-class that you're
Multi-class?
thinking?
Yep, it's
All
to read and practice as we travel to the capital.
All right, this is gonna run you 30 gold.
Very well, and I'll put in a 5 gold tip just for him, so it's 35 gold total.
He will slide back the 5 gold.
We can't accept tips here, I'm afraid.
No, don't worry about it. Come on.
I can't accept it. I don't want to lose my job.
Oh, I just left too much coin.
Well, that's not how this works.
He keeps sliding it back to you, and as he keeps sliding it back to you, it gets more and more moist with mucus he could not get rid of.
Aranis will just look at him and just nod. You do a good job. Just take it. Don't worry.
I can't
We're in
take
with
it, okay? I'll get in trouble.
You won't get in trouble. No one's here.
Oh, you don't know that.
I do. Just take it. Don't consider it a donation to the library itself.
Oh, that I can do. That way library always takes donation. I just can't take it.
Okay, take it as that then. Thank you for your help, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Rest easy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make some more of this antihistamine.
He's like crushing up herbs in like a small mortar pestle. Anything else from the party? Yes, Jett.
I'm good.
Nah, I was trying to think of Oh, I'm on the box or something. Okay.
Oh, I'm moving you guys together so I can
okay.
move you all to the next location.
Nah, I don't think Joe would be interested in any books. I can't think of anything they would actively search out to read.
All right. Well, I meant more like anything before you meet.
No.
All right. Going once, going twice, to the meeting.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Let's go! Literally.
Let me zoom out. I don't know where we are. There we are.
All right. On the third day, you are summoned once again to the mayor's residence, and you find yourselves sort of back where you were when you were reporting on all this stuff to begin with. And as you enter, Envoy Ramilde will stand up and say, "Good, you've arrived. So please make yourself comfortable. We have lots to discuss. Thanks to the help of Sebastian, we were able to, I believe, adequately prepare you for this journey. I know this will be putting some of you out of work for a bit. It's such a long journey, possibly out of a job entirely. And the Empire has taken this into account. Therefore, we're awarding your party a 1,200 gold stipend, which is then 200 gold for each of you for this journey to the capital.
Very good.
When you arrive, once you're done with everything that you have to do, going to the ministry and whatnot, I believe at that point the new mayor should be announced, and you will most likely be able to escort them back to Campion and possibly pick up some more gold doing so as well. In addition, we have some additional items to give you, including a new cart, some utility things for when the wet season is fully upon us and perhaps the terrain gets too muddy. We have chains, rope, and whatnot to help you pull the cart as needed. I'm going to sneeze now for real because I was plugging my nose with the Atlas thing. Hold on. Now, of course, it's gone now. It's gone now.
Oh, that's the worst.
We've got you some protective clothing for the elements. With that, you're handed a bundle by Jelanis. She will walk up and hand Clove a bundle of quality cloaks. This will protect you guys from the elements. You won't have to worry about the rain soaking through your clothes or anything like that, as long as you have these on. And, you won't get too cold or too hot with this on either.
So you're saying the rain won't soak through our clothes?
Get out.
Jelanis pulls out her sword and just stabs Clove. Die. No, yeah.
He was the one who killed the mayor.
I knew it! No. Where was I? We've also, in your card, which will be ready for you, we have a 3-month supply of food and water, which should be enough to get you to Sarius, where you can resupply there for that final month journey to the capital. Sebastian will turn around and say, I was able to get all of you some potions for your journey. And he hands the party 4 healing potions and 1 potion of bonding.
Ooh, to help us with broken limbs and
yeah, and he will say, sometimes it's best to put grievances behind us and work with people we don't necessarily want to help. You take it that he made a deal with Nebulous in order to get these potions.
Oh boy.
What's a little coffee after all?
So he finally got his hands on some.
Well, we needed potions. I wasn't about to let you go empty-handed.
I really do appreciate you.
And then finally,
I hope that was worth it for him.
I mean, he has so much money. He can get as much coffee as he wants.
And then finally, you also get 2 random items from the loot table. So, let's why don't we just roll those now? See what we get.
Yes.
It'd be really funny if it's just like something stupid. He was like, "Yeah, we got you this to help you on your journey.
We got you a
I'll
clown
give you
nose.
127. And
Clown
More
nose of
boots of
speaking.
levitation. I can fly even further.
You get a second stat for your front hooves.
Yeah.
I just turn into like I pull Santa's sleigh.
I'm also writing down all our received loot, y'all, just in case we ever forget.
Appreciate it. I might want a chance to look at that potion of bonding. I think I don't know the rest.
You don't know the recipe, but you put
We-
ours
we
in the
gave
bin.
it away.
Yeah, in the shepherd's bin.
Don't regret that.
the
We
first
didn't use
item
it.
you're given it in a you see a small box that in some ways reminds you of that first box that they opened that had that gnarly horn in it. That when you guys had to do that the trial to protect the town. But when they open this box, inside of this, you see a it looks like some sort of bone, like a femur of some sort of animal, but there's like a bite mark in it. And they give you a dire wolf summoning bone.
Ooh.
That'll be useful.
Ooh.
So how this works is you can think of this as a concentration spell. It is once per long rest. As an action, you can summon 2 dire wolves.
That's really cool.
And as long as you maintain concentration, they will remain. It takes it takes an action to summon them, but then it sort of works like a what's it called? The sword thing that clerics use. Spiritual weapon. It's like spiritual weapon that you can command them, with a bonus action. But
That's very solid.
If you lose concentration, then they just cease to exist.
That's
Well, this is
really
great for someone that doesn't have to do concentration a lot.
And it can be useful for if we ever for combat and outside of combat for exploration too. Because having dire wolves that have pretty good senses, we could always send them to check things ahead. I don't know.
How many dire wolves does it summon? Or is it
2.
1? 2? Yo, we got Elden Ring dire wolves.
Yes.
Yes.
They can worth noting they can only go up to 60 feet away from the bone.
That's good though.
Okay, so that's the first item. Fun item. Let's see what the next item is. 94. Up to count. 10, 20. Wait, hold on. Wait. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90. What is it for? Okay. The other item that's given to you is a small metallic-looking ball with a bunch of that looks like it's wrapped. It's like sheets of metal that's
Oh my
wrapped
god!
into itself over and over.
Is it the iron bands of binding?
Of Bilaro, yes, that is in fact what it is.
This is perfect. That's beautiful.
And she gives that to you, and she gives that to you as well. She'll
What
say,
does this do?
These came at a pretty penny, so don't waste them.
It's really good. It can restrain a target if they fail their save. It literally wraps around them in iron bands.
Yeah, that's
I think it's one use though, right? Once it's used, it's done.
Let me. I'm double
Or you
checking
have to
that.
retrieve. Yeah, or you have to retrieve it. That would be very good for us to hold for a rainy day boss.
If it
So
makes,
good.
but if the creature makes a DC 20 strength check, they just break. They break the item.
Yep. So it can be used again, but if they break it, it's gone. That's pretty good.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
hold on to those for sure. Or
Me.
hold on to Marlowe, because Marlowe could probably get in and out pretty
I
good.
am very good at making range attack rolls.
Yes. Because that's gonna be those are really good items for us to get the wolves and this. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind you use this on a boss. If I legend,
Yeah.
if I use a legendary resistance, it's just a broken item. So
Maybe
keep
not
that in mind.
maybe not a boss, a lowercase.
Yeah, there you go. Just I don't want you guys to save it,
Yeah.
then use it, and then go, oh.
Save it for something we know we could use it on. Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that is everything.
All right, I got that all written down, gamers.
And then one last thing before you guys head off. When you were at the Smith the other day, I neglected to tell you some of the things that they were selling. Because you guys were kind of there looking for your own stuffs anyway.
Yeah,
Let me
cut off my arm. Aranis didn't even feel it. That's how dead it was.
pull up the previous
And he did keep the arm, Marlowe.
Where
He's
is
preserving it so he can study it later with Clove and Marlowe. I'll put that in my inventory. Aranis' arm.
Let's
Oh,
see. One of the items was the lantern lure, which I think I told you guys about
Yeah.
offline.
Yep.
Where the look at the did I put that down? Or is it? Was it in
Doesn't
the
it,
day?
like,
Was it in
pull-
the even
doesn't it-
previous day? Oh, like,
Doesn't it pull like the lantern to us if we're out of range of it or something like that?
Yes, I'm trying to find which document has the exact. So many documents. Here we go. Okay, lantern lure. It has a range of 60 feet. Was And as a reaction, you may pull an amber lantern of your choice to your location. If it is an enemy, an enemy's lantern, you have to make an attack roll, and then they get to make. And then if you make that attack roll, then it's like an opposed athletics.
Okay.
And that is what? How much did I tell you guys that was? Did I type that in?
It was pricey, I remember that
Yeah.
much.
This runs, I believe, 150. Then there's a prosthetic kit for 50 gold. And then the final item of interest is a magical weapon. Bramble Shortbow, a +1 shortbow. Once per long rest, you may cast Ensnaring Strike with your attack.
Looks at
How much is that?
Clover Oleandra.
The Bramble Shortbow is 150.
Not I, plus I'm broke, so
Expensive.
Well, you just got 200.
yeah, that's fair.
How much was the prosthetic repair kit you said?
The prosthetic kit is 50 gold. It can repair or make you a new prosthetic. Should
I would
you
like-
lose a limb.
I would like to buy that. I'm gonna need to invest.
Sure. All right. You
put that in my
delete 50 gold or only add 150.
I got 180 now.
What type of bow again was it? Was it long or short?
It's a
bow.
short bow. I think I might buy it if you don't want it.
I have to check if it's a simple weapon or a martial weapon.
I believe it's a short bow is considered a simple weapon.
I mean, I could use it, but also it's like once I level again, I'm just gonna be casting cantrips anyway.
I think then I'll buy it. Can I try to negotiate the price down just a little?
Sure. Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
21. So what? I said it was like 150 gold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They will knock 20 gold off the price. 130.
All right.
Not bad.
Perfect. So I can have 80 gold left over from that. Amazing.
70.
good.
70 gold left over.
Sorry, you're right. I'm bad at math. So, and that's called what again?
The Bramble Shortbow. It's a +1 shortbow.
With
And
ensnaring
can
strike,
cast
that's
with
really
Ensnaring
good.
Strike.
We're all getting +1s bit by bit, everyone.
There's the sneeze.
Blessings.
Pardon me.
Speaking of +1, would like anyone in town have like a spell focus +1?
Not here now.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Capital,
Oh,
you
I'll-
guys can find
I'll save my money
all
for
sorts
the next
of
plot then.
yeah.
I think having the lantern lure would be handy, so Marlo will shell out for that.
All right,
You
150
wanna?
gold.
Well, I can help with that too, Marlo, if you want to chip in.
Oh, it's fine. I'm fine on money,
Oh,
tips, and all that.
true. Okay.
That was
Did we-
150, correct?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Did I get any money, or am I?
Yeah, you
did I
got
get-
200.
Yeah,
Like
you got
everyone
200 gold, and then you were given
Oh, okay.
100 gold for helping the party out. So you should be at 300. Which, if you
Yeah.
are looking to get some ammunition,
Yeah,
we can
that's what I wanted to.
we can basically set you for life. If you want to invest like 50 gold, we can just say we don't have to worry about counting ammunition anymore.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
Because I also don't care to keep track of ammunition. So
Yeah, at some point you just have so much that
It
it's
always depends on the setting. So
yeah. Let's see. So then we had
You're a gunslinger. You could always make your
Ernest
own.
got the static
Mm-hmm.
kit. Gel has bullets for days. And the party now has party 4 healing potions, which is the 2d4 plus 4? 2d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Which one of the? It's one of those
It's
two.
2D. It's 2d4 plus 2 for basics.
Yeah, these are basics.
Mm-hmm.
For basic, I'm just writing everything down.
Yeah.
Potions 2d4 plus
3
2,
months worth of
then
food.
potion of. I'm just writing. I'm writing this down in my character notes.
Yeah.
Thing to keep track of. I think you guys still have you guys still have a potion of haste and a potion of cure poison, I believe.
Nope, we used the potion of haste.
You used the potion of haste? Okay.
Yep, we used it in the big battle.
Well, thank you for being honest, because
Um,
I forgot that happened.
I do want to see about upgrading my armor. Maybe getting some studded leather versus.
Studded leather is definitely doable.
Awesome.
Let's see here. And you could even get it the same place that you got your bullets from. We'll call that. We'll give you a 5 gold discount since you bought all those bullets. 40 gold for studded leather.
Awesome.
All right, I will down you studded leather. I could actually probably just drop that in your inventory right now. Items. Studded.
Did you
Studded
say the
leather.
lantern lure was a reaction or an action to snatch? What's the activation for it?
1 second. I'm just putting in some.
Yeah.
All right, Gel, armor class 16.
Yay.
Beautiful! Who's got the highest? Is it Aranis right now?
Lantern lure is. I gotta find. Where was it? Reaction.
A reaction? And just like as on my turn?
No, I mean whenever it's a reaction.
Beautiful.
So,
okay,
like,
so anytime I can just be like mine?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, if something happens, you're like, I would like to use my reaction to, throw out the lantern lure, and
Okay.
if it's on an ally's lantern, if it's on an ally's lantern, it basically just works. If it's on an enemy lantern, then you have to roll for it.
Is it attunement?
It is not attunement.
Okay.
The bramble shortbow, I should say, is attunement. I think that is the only thing, other than the drifter, that you guys have right now. That is attunement.
Okay, cool. I will mark that in my brain because I can't put it on my character sheet since it's not apparently
Yeah, no,
not
I would have to. I'll put the item in, but we can make do for now. And basically, you just tell me when you want to like cast the spell. If we somehow got into combat this episode, which who knows, we'll see. Travel events are travel events.
That is true.
So the party is now set for their journey to the capital. Lysander kind of walks up to you all and says, I know things have been crazy this past month, but I truly appreciate all that you have done, and I'm glad that I've put my faith and trust in a lot of you. So thank you.
That means a lot coming from you, Lysander.
You're not so bad.
He nods and says, keep safe, keep smart, stay alert.
If I see that woman, that
The capital's a
affected
big
both of
place.
us.
If you see her, I'd be a small miracle in itself.
I'll keep an eye and ear out, and she'll answer eventually for what she did.
Sebastian will kind of prance over to Oleandro and say, "Oh, Oleandro, I can't believe you're leaving me for real now. You're going
I
to be away
know.
for almost a full year."
My goodness, whatever shall I do without you?
Well, you'll have to keep in contact. You know, we have our little sending stones that keep me in the loop.
Of course, I have to send you all the hot gas.
Of course. You know, and also that you're doing well. You know, if there's anything I can ever do on my end, you know, just give me a holler.
Of course.
This
know
is
me.
going to be very sad without you here. I'll have to do all that paperwork myself.
Terrible for your fingernails, I hear.
Hmm.
But hey, you never know. You could go keep our friends at the inn company. You know, there's all sorts of lovely people in town. I'm sure there'll be something for you to do. Some pot for you to stir up.
Usually is.
I was gonna say something else and I've forgotten what it was.
Well, if there's nothing else, then the party is going to begin the journey to the capital. So, last chance. Anything left in camping that you want to do? Going once? Going twice? Away we go. All right, we have here our sort of generic travel map for me when I'm rolling encounters and whatnot, and we'll just bounce off here as needed. Let me see if there's some different music. It's for some traveling music chats. Let us see what we got. Don't autoplay. Trying to autoplay. Let's see here.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Let's go.
Let's we can do this. Nice little upbeat tune. Things are still upbeat now, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna be traveling for a year together.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
You know, I know I've been a bit shaken up the last couple days, but the thought of spending another year and a half back there, I'm not sure I could take it.
Hmm.
I think I was
Indeed.
looking at it more day by day than the long picture.
I honestly came out there for a job that never existed, so
Okay, well, you found a job.
We never did figure that one out, though, did we? Why you were summoned out here?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of was meeting Lysander, who is also affected by the woman that what she did to me, and this whole goings on with the mayor and the stuff like that.
It is all rather suspicious, isn't it?
It definitely is.
As the party leaves Campion, you walk slowly. Clove doing Clove things, being the horse person, taking more of the pulling of the cart than others. But Clove has been happy to do so before.
Yeah,
but
I
you all
don't
take
mind.
your turn as needed to help pull your supplies. And so far, the wagon is well balanced. It doesn't take that much energy to pull it, especially once you get momentum going. And as you leave the capital, leave Campion, and begin to walk towards the mountain pass, the Thunderhead Mountain Pass, you look up and you can see the clear skies that were once before you are now just dark and gray, and
Wet season.
the wet season is fully upon you. Nearly every day of your travel, it's either a light rain at some point or at worst a torrential downpour. So it is 4 weeks of travel until you get to the Great Divide. So let's see if anything happens along the way. All right, a 48. All right, so that's something's gonna happen. But first, let's check the weather. What's the weather doing? We have a light rain, so it's a light drizzle currently. And let's see. My travel events.
Is the rain safe to drink? How tainted is it?
So the miasma's properties, it only afflicts the air. So like even if you find like, a lake or something like that that's out in the middle of nowhere, that water is safe to drink. As long as you have the lantern with you, you're protected and fine.
Okay, then
Did I
then
not do
Gel's
re-
like
I didn't do repeat.
has their head up and they're catching rain on their tongue.
Mm-hmm. Aranis is wearing 2 cloaks. Slightly awkward, but he makes it work.
Let's do repeat 1 because I didn't repeat it. Travel events. Where are my travel events?
You would all see that Gel's teeth are all very sharp.
Okay.
Like pointy sharp or
Hey, how many teeth? How many sharp teeth?
like needle, do you have like a needle mouth kind of deal?
No, just they're regular teeth, but they're all sharp and yeah.
Oh my.
If you, I don't know if you would see it, but if you look really closely, you might think there might be maybe some teeth behind those teeth.
At one point, Marlo pulls out a tooth and starts comparing it up to Engel's teeth. You're like, huh, yeah. You got a weird mouth, Engel. Puts it back in.
And it's just like, oh, you put them back in?
Well, it's that or it grows back, so,
Poor Marlo,
Knock
really
it out.
on the gel as a hex blood theory.
He doesn't know.
True. It's cute though. He's like family.
So I have to roll a d8 now. No, that's a d10. Ignore this d10. I need to roll a d8. 3. Interesting. As the party journeys, you pass the Thunderhead Mountain safely. You actually, it's interesting because as you are walking through the Thunderhead Pass, you do actually catch glimpses of iterants down the hill, and you suspect that might be the leftover, well, what happened to those bandits you killed way back when. But they're way at the bottom. They're not really smart or skilled enough to climb back up to the main road. However, as you turn for the first time towards the capital, make me why don't you all make me perception checks, and she will give Clove advantage.
20.
Man, I cannot do well on those at all.
So with advantage, I rolled a 2 and then a 2. So does that,
Great.
does that succeed or?
Herodis, you see, it catches your eye as you guys are traveling, and luckily, even though it's been raining every day, like, you know, the roads are starting to get more and more muddy, so it's getting a little bit more difficult to get going each day. However, the lighter the rain, usually the easier the travel. So you guys are still able to make a good clip. Let's see here. You catch off to the side what looks to be like a small makeshift grave. Going to investigate it, you see just like a post. It's clearly like fresher dirt. You know, there's not been any grass that's grown over this, and there's like a post in the ground.
Can I use my hunter's bane to kind of like suss out if there's any undead kind of vibe to this? Like make a survival check and see.
There's no undead. What catches your eye though is on this unmarked grave, left on sort of like around the post. Maybe it was set like on the post at one point, but with the wind and the weather has then slid sort of around it, is a belt. And on this belt, you see on the clasp of it is what looks to be like almost like the picture of like a mountain.
I'll hold it up in my hand and kind of make a can I make like a check on this item to see if it's enchanted, to see if it's
roll
weird?
me an Arcana check.
Okay. No.
Even with a 9, this belt is enchanted in some way. You didn't roll high enough to really identify what it does, but this all you know is that whatever this belt is, it requires attunement.
I look at the grave. We could probably use this well. I will leave something behind for you, fallen traveler. And I'll leave behind... You know... I'm tempted to leave behind my severed arm, but no. I'll just leave behind some personal rations. Like, kind of like to honor them, and then like...
You don't have that many rations to spare. Just to point out, if like
No,
if
this
you,
is
you
my
could do this...
This is my These are my, like, adventurers' consumables, not group rations.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put down a day worth of the rations and 5 gold. And
Very
just
well.
leave it, and I will take the belt with me and kind of
Do you hold on to it, or do you give it to somebody else?
I'll hold on to it, and just like I'll offer a prayer to Anos, and who's probably into this, and then just take it because it could be a useful tool for myself or whatnot in the future. And I'll
And we all see this, right?
yeah,
Yes.
I just leave.
Do
You
you
see me
mention
leaving
that
the
it's
prayer.
magical, or do you?
Yeah, I'll mention that it's magical and kind of show it to you, the magic smarts guy. What is this?
If you want me to look at it, I didn't identify today, but I could check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I think that's a ritual spell. So if you give
It
me 10
is.
minutes, I could just
Travel
oh,
identify.
no, I still have to have it prepared, but it won't use a spell slot.
Oh, loosey goosey with time.
Yeah, so the next day I'll look over it.
All right, so that's no problem. We can easily skip ahead to the next, because this is sort of like this week's event that is.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
There's a visible note of hesitation when he's like setting up the identify spell, considering what happened last time.
Yeah,
got it.
and I'll pat your back and give you reinforcement.
It's just a belt, like it's not.
It
We didn't
makes you
have to
feel any
go through
better.
a
I don't
dungeon to
detect
get
any
this.
horrifying energy from this one.
Yeah, we
go
didn't have
ahead.
to go through a super dungeon to get it. I'm sure it's fine.
Go ahead and with your identify, just roll me an Arcana check yourself, Clove, and you can have advantage.
And I left behind an offering for the traveler.
22.
22. Okay, you have in front of you the Belt of Tremors.
Oh,
However, this is a cursed item.
okay.
You gain
I've
a
heard of
tremor
cursed.
sense of 60 feet. However, upon the start of combat, whoever is wearing this belt is considered frightened of all creatures until a charisma save DC 16 is made.
Mm.
Well, it will help you detect tremors, but it might give you them as well, so to speak. You'll be able to feel the space around you without really looking, but you'll be kind of a nervous wreck, it seems.
Oh,
I
it should call it the
see.
belt of bad vibes.
Let me see what my spell list is. Do I have remove curse? I don't think so.
We can hold on to it and certainly attempt to fix it in the future.
Sure. Yeah. It
at the very
is
least,
in your inventory. Well, not physically because I have to make the item since we just rolled
All
it.
good.
But
I wrote
I
it down.
will copy this and put this into both the Discord for y'all.
Yeah, if we
Awesome.
encounter some sort of, I don't know, invisible demon, it
and
might be way off.
then I will put this in. You guys are getting some pretty good shit.
Some underground creatures, maybe. I could see. Will the curse like bond you to the item, or can you? take it
Yes. So
off?
once you attune to a cursed weapon, you cannot unattune until the curse is broken, or
Yeah.
until you go to like a cleric or something like that to get it removed.
Yeah,
Like remove curse would just remove that item allow you to unequip the item. It would not necessarily remove.
Yeah,
the
we'd need to go to an
curse.
enchanter.
I think I would have to double check that.
Yeah, I think that checks out.
Mm-hmm. It's
yes.
definitely a really good idea. Or perhaps, what if you could reverse engineer this enchantment and eventually down the road make a version of it without the curse?
Yeah, I do fiddle with magic items now and then, but
I'll hold on to it for a rainy day. You never know.
Well, that was
It could be
quite the first week. Let's go ahead.
And for these weeks, should I roll my potion like for the week, so to speak, and instead of like 7 different rolls for 7 potions?
Yeah. We'll do it like one at a time, sort of like
I will
as needed.
roll-
Like, okay, week 2 we have another event. Woo! Wow, wowie.
All right, I will
So
roll
we're-
for this week's potion.
We got a second event. Let's roll weather.
Potion number 4. Let's go.
Weather is 26.
Do a little
Potion number
dance.
4, let's
Uh,
do it.
So today, this week rather, as you're traveling, bad thunderstorms are kind of roaring across. The mud's a bit thicker. Your boots are just caked in mud at this point. There's just like no reprieve from this rain, and it's rather unpleasant. It's a little bit cruel that you were ordered to go to the capital during the wet season. There's a reason why not many people travel this time of year. But we have another event, so let us see. So 100 for event 52.
We just die.
Okay. With the weather that's happening, as you guys are traveling, and you're sort of on a, you're almost, you're kind of traveling like zigzagging through like the mountains at this point on the paths, and at one point, as you're like pulling the cart, it begins to slip, and you're worried that at this point that your cart might just careen over the edge. I need everybody to make me. Well, first, who would be Clove? Are you going to be the one pulling the cart at this point?
Sure, yeah. I think like unless, I'm happy to pull more often than not.
Sure. And we'll say that she is able, because they can fly, get to the part of the cart that's careening over the edge, starting to like, so it's like you're pulling it and then like the back wheels are kind of like sliding and it's starting to go off the edge that way. I need well, let's say she and Clove automatically get to go because of the nature of their characters, she having wings, Clove being the one pulling the cart. Everyone else, first make me your choice of sort of like, give me, this is like your reaction, how do you react, and what are you going to do to try and save the cart from going over the edge?
Okay.
Can I try to use my short bow for that bramble spell?
Ooh.
So like firing it at like the one of the wheels that's on to like pull it to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
gear it to the
roll me an attack roll. We'll call this. I mean, it's a fucking cart, so we'll say like DC 10.
Okay, hold on.
Just,
DC 10 for the wheel,
Yeah, just 1 second. I'm just getting to the right. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Just show me my bookmarks. Damn it. Fine, whatever.
Here I can put in for now a +1 short.
There it
bow.
is. Like I found my crossbow, so it's similar enough.
Yeah, let me.
Jimmy, let me just roll.
All right, I added a
Why is it
generic +1 short bow to your inventory. You want to use that too?
Okay, let me just do that real quick. See for character sheet.
And then I'll
Short bow.
over this next week I will add the
+1.
spell to it.
Equip that. Let's equip it. All right. How do I roll from? Oh, do I just hit that? Okay, there we go. I figured it
There you
out. I'm
go.
smart. I can do things.
Hey.
Definitely hits.
Yeah, you are able to with that bramble shot. You fire the short bow at the wheel. It hits the ground right next to the wheel. But then the brambles sort of explode around, grabbing the wheel and the cart. What's everyone else doing?
Aranis is. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't really have any spells that apply here, so I'll just sort of dig in my hooves as much as possible.
Sure.
Aranis will reach out with his both of his arms with his newfound prosthetic that he's been getting used to over the past couple weeks, and just like I would like to just pull forward to aid alongside like everything else that's trying to halt it. Just keep it in place.
How about at this point everyone gives me, we're gonna do a group athletics check, and the DC that will be lower now thanks to that bramble shot. So
Ooh.
Oleandra, you don't have to worry about the athletics. Everyone else, we will roll the
Alright.
group athletics.
Is anything affecting Clove's roll being a horse, or just straight roll?
Oh,
for
oops.
Clove as well?
Not again. I don't want to lose another card.
Clove, sure, I'll give you advantage, Clove. Why not?
Sure.
You're-
I got a +0, so it helps. That's still
Jesus.
6.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, thanks to the bramble shot, you're not going to lose the cart. However, let's see.
There's some stinky rolls.
Some of your supplies does fall off the cliff, and looking back, it looks like maybe about 4 days worth of rations has now kind of like been jostled off the cliff. So might have to eat a little lean in the future before you get to Sirius.
Is there possibly a way for she to fly down and retrieve things, or is it too far with the lantern situation?
With the lantern situation, it's a little too far. I tell you what, though, I'll let she make me a dexterity saving throw to try and grab those falling things. We'll call it a DC 15 because they were really focused on the cart, and if they're then all of a sudden going to ditch it to grab things, Hey, yeah, you know what? She's able to grab the supplies before getting out of range. Yeah, literally the only reason you did not lose your fucking cart is because of that bramble shot.
So glad I bought it.
Holy terrible athletics
good
rolls.
investment.
Good.
Well, it came in handy already.
With the recovered supplies, are we?
You're break even,
healing
so
or-
you just had minor heart attacks. Minor
Just
heart
in
attack.
case, at the day after, I'll trade out one of my spells for purify food and drink, which is
Good
a
idea.
ritual spell.
Sure. Oh yeah, doing that will greatly help your journey. Yeah. Now at this point, if you use that spell, you could easily use that on there are mushrooms everywhere. You can easily at
Cool,
least
I'll do that just so we don't have to eat lean. We can kind of.
sure.
I also
Hey,
have
we
the
have my-
alarm
we have my severed
spell,
arm.
as a ritual, so I can cast both of that every night when we go to sleep, so we don't. get,
Nice.
Just so you know, cannibalism will make you sick.
I know.
Also, you never told me that you were getting rid of your arm. We were just fixing your prosthetic. As far
Oh,
as
I never
know.
had a prosthetic.
Well,
we never had-
it's like the thing on your arm that you were fixing up.
No, that we talked about removing the arm completely and having a bolt system built into the arm and stuff, but tubing.
Maybe it was a misunderstanding on my part then, because I thought you were talking
I would
about
swear that you just
reinforcing
enhanced
the
your arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your arm is
I
like
thought you
pseudo
kept saying
prosthetic
cut
because
off
it's.
the arm. That's why I thought we.
Really?
I mean, I'm fine if you wanted your arm to be full prosthetic at this point. That's totally fine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we could have said that would have just caused probably some trauma for some people. If she was there, she will have nightmares.
Yeah, that's why last session I was like, oh hey can you prepare some healing for when we do that?
Let's see, the next week of travel. Wow, you guys are just getting events after events.
Good one
What's
so
the weather
far.
like though? Wow, really fucking bad thunderstorms. Actually, with a 20, I think that's a breaking point too. Yeah, this is the kind of weather that is going to hinder your travel. The winds are just brutal, pushing against you. At this point, it's almost like it feels almost like close to hurricane winds in these mountains. The storm's just that bad. Before we even get into the event, I need everyone to make me athletic checks to just lose the least amount of time traveling as possible this week.
Ooh, double 8. Natural 1. Ooh.
Oh no, we're slow.
Oh no, it's gonna take us so long to get to
Did I
the
roll the best
capital.
one? That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Guys, it's
Uh,
gonna take us so long. Oh,
okay.
no.
Roll.
All right, that is going to add.
Oh, no. I tried.
That adds 6 days of travel because the storm has
Uh,
been that brutal all week. You're basically, the storm's so bad you guys sort of like give up on traveling and you just like find a little mountain cave to hunker down until the storm subsides. So that's so you've made no progress this week. But for the event, 98. Jesus fucking. How does this happen? You guys. Well, you spending all this time in this mountain cave. You know, you're kind of just like dicking around in it, just like because the weather's so bad. Not really much to do. Everyone, make me perception checks.
Perception?
Perception.
Alright.
Roll for she too. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? Clove? Clove here. Clove step out. Oh, super tiny BRB. All right, I'm just gonna roll for Clove some perception. Let's see what they get. 19. So the highest is she with a 26. She in exploring the cave. You guys literally rolled like find rare cursed item and find rare item. 13. You guys are like making out like fucking bandits.
I return.
Oh, those are the boots of speed, which we already have. So I'm gonna re-roll.
Re-roll, re-roll. Too many
Yeah,
boots.
you guys aren't supposed to be getting this many items. This is ridiculous. 1, 2.
Our group name has to have boots in it, guys.
What the? Reboot.
Oh,
Because it's the aftermath.
She finds a strange-looking quiver full of arrows, and on this quiver is the symbol of Ladar.
Uh-oh. Get
Oh,
that out
dear.
of here.
She's sort of a little bit, freaked out by that. Kind of gingerly picks it up, brings it over to the Clove. She's like, "Hi, can you identify this?"
Is this the same Ladar that melted my brain? Or, here, let me
Yee.
Yes.
okay. I'm.
I can check the arcana on it for you if you want. I don't think it's as strong as,
I'll do it. I'll sort of just start sweating as I cast Identify.
I'll leave you hovering around you.
As you cast Identify, luckily this does not seem to be anything bad. On the contrary, you have found the quiver of knowledge.
Interesting.
And basically the way it works is you get 3 arrows per long rest, and upon hit, the next person to roll insight against the creature gets advantage.
Like for finding out their moves and stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
So let me just add that to your guys' fucking
That's pretty
inventory.
cool. That might be I mean, I use my bow quite, bow and spells is all I do, really.
Yeah, it's
This is
surprising-
attunement.
All right, that'll be my second attuned, third attuned item. I think. I don't know if the
That'll
boots
be
are
it. That
boots
would-
attuned.
Boots or not.
Okay, so that would be
Yeah,
my
so
second.
that'd be
then.
second out of 2 out of 3. Yeah.
If nobody has any problems with me using that, I think it would be useful for me.
What exactly do they do?
You basically you 3 times per long rest. You say, "I'm going to use a knowledge arrow for this shot," and then when you fire it, if it hits, next person gets advantage on that.
It'd be
save.
good. Ola
knowledge check.
understands.
Yeah, as long as someone's using it, like it can.
Yeah, I think that makes
whoever's
sense.
shooting arrows the most.
Yeah, because you use a sling.
Yeah, unless
And
it
I
can
use a
Unless
crossbow.
it's summon bullets, I don't think. Can it summon bullets? Just checking. I assume.
No,
not.
it's quiver.
Okay. Just wanted to make
It's
sure. It was
only arrows.
Whatever ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I whoever has the. It makes
Yep.
sense.
And me and Oleandra could always swap them out if we ever needed to, because we both have a crossbow and a short bow.
Yeah, the
All
insignia it gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I think it's more decorative than I don't know, arcane
Yeah.
in nature.
Okay.
They want to cover it up though.
The party
Stick around.
has an added week of travel due to the storm. So for one of these weeks, we're not going to roll an event because it's just like you're just fucked.
Oh no! Whatever.
So
shall
you
we
traveled
do?
your extra week, and now let's see. This is the last week before you get to the Great Divide. No event. Let's see what the weather's like though. It's actually pretty clear skies. It's a little reprieve from the bad rains that you've been having. So your travel is actually a bit quicker. And finally, after many weeks of travel, you get to the Great Divide, which is now you've sort of circled around you followed like the mountains and circled around until we got to an opening. And this opening is sort of what separates sort of like the southern/eastern part of the continent from the northwest part, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And as you get closer to the Great Divide, you begin hearing kind of a bit of a commotion. You hear like a little bit of shouting and a lot of clanging. Doesn't really sound like combat, but it just sounds like a lot of noise though.
A kerfuffle.
And eventually you arrive, and this is what you see. Why don't all of you, once you load in, make me perception checks?
A camp of respite.
Perceive.
1 second, I'm trying to press the button. 17.
Yeah, anyone over a 15, you guys would see there appears to be a small quarry that some goblins seem to be working in, digging into the mud, uncovering various old. You don't really know what they're looking for, but there's a lot of digging going on, and there's off to the side near a big tent you see a dwarf who is only a little bit taller than the goblins themselves, sort of talking to one of the goblins that's there, and you overhear him saying, "Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. We're getting paid for this anyway. If there's mud, there's mud. We're making out like bandits. It's not an issue. Just do what you need. If you need an extra rest, take a rest. What do I care?" I was like, "This is kind of stupid, but whatever." And kind of grumbles and goes off back to the quarry. seeing your party, the dwarf walks up and says, "Why, hello there! Don't get many travelers these days. What are you all doing out traveling in the wet season?"
We have business in the capital that was unfortunately urgent enough to make us go during the wet season.
Oof, that is brutal. Well, I'm Diggory Douglas. This is my,
His name.
I had fun. This is my work site here, working with the Tome Seekers. We're, checking out the place. They seem to think that there might be some magical things here. I don't know. We haven't found shit, so...
Home seekers, huh?
That's certainly very
do you
interesting.
think it's like deep under the mud, or?
Well, that's what they're thinking. I mean, far as I know, they're looking for a city that fell here one day back, way back during, Great Collapse. They're having us dig for a city, I don't see no city, but hey, you want to pay me to dig? I'll show me the shovel.
I could, if you don't have someone on your staff that can already do this. I do have a basic detect magic. I could maybe point you in a direction if I see anything.
Well, yeah, sort of. Since we're looking for a flying city that lost all its power, we don't even know if it's magical or not. But I mean, I don't. To be honest, I don't know the details. I'm just told where they want me to dig, and I point out and help out with the logistics. But if you go a bit further up the road there, he gestures north. Seeker Tar is there. He might be able to help you out if you want to help. He might be able to, I don't know, do some magical stuff.
All right. Lovely talking to you.
Secret Tar.
Right.
Okay.
Great talking to you. I mean, he just goes back to his desk and he's kind of like mapping things out with what the little goblins have dug up so far.
And just for like lore purposes, goblins in this universe not like automatically bad or
not automatically bad. There are especially when it came to when the miasma became more prominent, sort of like, well, actually, roll me history checks.
Sure. I'm quite
Alright.
good at those. Ooh.
Jesus.
Roll history for she. God, she just rolls hot always. Yeah, those of you with the
23 boys.
yeah, those of you with the
23
23s, basically when the Great Collapse happened and the miasma started to take hold, all old like grievances or like infighting sort of had to be put on hold just for survival, because it wasn't at this point like, if we take their supplies, or kill them for their supplies, then we'll live and they die. No, it's just like we either all collectively find out how to survive this or we all die, so everybody sort of worked together, goblins included. Even some of the most large creatures, like even things like dragons were reported to have like assisted at this point because they were not even immune to this, and there were quite a few who thought they could make dragons that tried to like maybe hunker down in caves or go to the mountains, and as far as you guys know, they dragons don't exist anymore, and basically any creature that decided to help work towards the creation of the first Amber Crystal is still around today, and those that tried to do their own thing likely did not survive, with the exception of certain like woodland creatures and stuff that are just happen to be immune for one reason or another.
Hmm.
What does the party do from here? Do you one way or another, you're heading further north, regardless. Did you
I
want
wonder
to?
if it doesn't affect the creatures because they're animals instead of people.
Goblins aren't. They're humanoids.
Yeah, they're
And we
humanoids.
saw
No, I
that it
meant
was
like if
affecting
miasma doesn't
animals,
affect
so-
the woodland creatures. That's what I meant.
Oh,
Well,
I thought you
That
were
is
talking
a
about
theory people have had.
Might be why druids are able to resist it a little bit more because their ability to shift between humanoid and animal.
Same
And
reason.
even going off of
Right.
that, that's actually part of what people guess is why they have more resilience. And the same reason why barbarians have more resilience, because they channel more animalistic, lack of better,
Magics.
not even magic, but more animalistic tendencies. They go into more animalistic rage and stuff like that. They're more one with the land than a generic fighter or a wizard or whatever. So
Mhm.
that's been one that it's not been confirmed, but it's a pretty solid theory.
Well, should we go talk to this speaker, see if there's anything we can do before passing on through?
That's not a terrible idea.
Right.
Yeah,
So the
curious if
party
they're,
goes further north.
at risk of finding another, temple of danger, you know.
As the party goes north, you see one goblin sort of like looks like he's on break. He's just like inhaling food into scraping food into his mouth. At the fire, and you see a black tiefling at a desk. This is I believe it's a sunnier day out today this week, so doesn't even need to have anything covering his papers for once. Sensing and hearing your party approach, he will turn around and you see that his eyes have no pupil to them at all. And he sort of glances at all of you, and he's kind of he's like half looking at your party and half at his things, seeing if you guys are going to say anything or if you guys are just passing through.
I've
Nick, answer the
traumatized players
question
with
we
this
all want
guy.
to know. Is he hot?
He is. I've traumatized my players with this art.
He's attractive. He a little off-putting by the lack of irises, and he's wearing a very simple black cloak and robes. And as you seem to stop to talk to him, he turns around and he
50-50 on every tiefling.
And he'll say, "Can I help you with something?"
We were gonna ask you the same thing. We heard magic. I have a simple ability to see magical things. So just wanted to see if we could lend a hand before through.
We're quite I'm quite capable of that point. Unfortunately, the thing that I need is not magical.
What are you looking for, traveler?
At this point, some dynamite would be very helpful.
Oh.
We were expecting a shipment that never came.
I mean, I have the shatter spell. It's not quite the same thing, but it does do quite a bit of damage to rocks.
Not quite what we're looking
for. Whereabouts was this shipment? What path was it headed on?
I couldn't tell you. I don't deal with that sort of thing. That'd be more Mr. Douglas. But you're a curious bunch. Lot of and you see his eyes sort of flash, like a bit of stronger of that of the pupilless white. A lot of interesting items on you, I see. Clove, why don't you roll me an Arcana check, and I'll give you advantage because this was sort of on your mind. With a 19, you get the impression that with his eyes, he can see if anything around him is magical. So he's been like eyeing your party up and down, saying like, "That's a magical item. That's a magical item. That's a magical item. Interesting. Party with magical item. That's a magical violin case." You know.
Well, I'm sorry for doubting your magical scanning ability. It seems you got it well covered there.
Yes, where are my manners? I am Seeker Tar.
Well,
Seeker Tar. How do you spell that? T-A-R or
Just T-A-R.
Okay, fair enough.
Marlo will.
Hear your...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go first.
No, by all means, you had a train of thought. I'm good.
We hear you're seeking some sort of underground ruin or something along those lines.
Yes, there has been rumor for as long as I can remember of one of the floating cities from before the Great Collapse. Well, collapsed here. I believe many people say it's just a story to explain the gap in the mountains. I think that the story has a bit of truth to it, and that the mountain collapsed around it.
That's
So-
a good theory.
We are looking for, well, proof that I'm right.
Well, I guess we'll talk to your buddy there, and oh, I'm turning southern. I guess we'll talk to your buddy there, and oh, yeah, you got the gist. We'll talk about the dynamite, and see where it's coming from, I guess.
Okay.
At some point, Marlo will kind of sidle up a bit closer, and I don't know. Do we have like a symbol or insignia or like a secret handshake or something that signifies one tome seeker to another, or just like?
You would have an insignia, much like the Thieves Guild does. Oh gosh, what? Ooh, now I have to go like back into. I forget what. I forget what even document
Whatever
would
form-
have had that. Let's see.
Whatever form
Probably
it
that
takes,
first one you sent us.
I would flash it out, or I would flash it to him, and just be like, "Hey there, apprentice seeker Marlo here, from Campion. Just wanted to," and I'll actually get up close to him and I'll whisper in his ear. I know this isn't really related to like what you're doing here, but just between the two of us, Flores blew up. So if you're looking to get like some like shards of like the amber crystal there, that might be a good spot to check out. In case you're looking at any old world tech. Anyway.
He will just like audible blink at you as you've just like said something crazy to him. That's. Well, I'm gonna have to back up a second.
He backs up for a second. And he goes back in.
You say that this town doesn't exist anymore?
It's more of like a crater, yeah. Long story short, we kind of showed up, and there was a druid there, and she kind of like had blown up the crystal and leveled the whole place. But there's like some like weird energy around where the crystal was. So I don't know. Maybe we can get some more higher ups that way.
Can I
Maybe we
hear him talking about this?
Are you?
I'm trying to whisper to it. Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to talk about that.
Roll me perception. We'll say disadvantage, because unless you have something that can help your hearing. And Marlo, you can roll either persuasion or deception at advantage.
I mean, I rolled pretty well.
Advantage. I'm probably not gonna beat that, but I'll try. Nope, just close. Oh yeah, that was just one. One more. There we go.
Oleandra, you do not hear what Marlo's chatting to
Man,
this
you're
guy
not
about.
supposed to be talking about that.
Marlo doesn't care. Marlo has an agenda.
The Secretar will sort of look at you. Well, roll me a well, actually, that with that nat 20 persuasion, he's gonna believe what you're saying. That's, and you see now that he looks conflicted because he seems very interested in what you said, but also very, interested in what's going on here. He'll say, I appreciate the heads up. Apprentice
curtly.
Marlo, you said. And he will hold out a hand to shake your hand.
He shakes it in his own Marlo way, which is to say,
Oh, boy.
weirdly.
Well, this guy's weird too, so neither of you noticed that you guys
Perfect.
gave a weird handshake. Everyone else probably sees and goes like, that was weird. But he says, well, that might be more pertinent than this. I appreciate the information. And you will see Secretar will signal to the goblin, and it will say, Mr. Goblin Man, I don't know your name, I'm afraid. Goblin looks up, like, ah! Could you go inform Mr. Douglas that we're done here? Like for the day, or we're wrapping it up. We're going somewhere else. Okay. And he starts to go south, and after a little bit of him going south, you hear a, what? Why? Well, we spent all this time here. And Diggory will jog north. Oh, hello, travelers. It's pardon me. He goes up to what's going on here? There are other things that need to be taken care of. We're pulling camp today. We're headed. We're headed we're sort of headed east, then south, then west. Actually, no, it'd be just east and south and east. We're headed southeast. Okay. You're the boss. You're paying me. So he sort of claps his hands and shouts, Goblins, pack it up shop. Let's go. And they begin packing up.
If we're still shaking hands at this point, I will pull him in close and just in his ear, I'll say, in return, I'd appreciate if you hear anything about an individual named Willow. If you could somehow send it up towards me, I should be in. What was the town again that we're heading to?
Sirius.
Sirius. I'll be in Sirius in about a week or so.
Maybe you should tell them the place is
Secretar
radioactive.
will say, let me see what I can find. He will take out a book and he will take out a quill, and he will write down in the book. Well, first, is there any information you can give me about this Willow person that can help me narrow them down?
Oh, not subtle at all. Marla will just use disguise self to turn into Willow.
Oh, well, okay
and,
then.
And she looks like this. So if you see an individual who looks like this, would appreciate a heads up.
Are they magically inclined? Are they just a
Very
person
much
of
so.
interest?
Oh, actually, I'll pull out the eyeball. It's like, yeah, she talks to me through this. So but she can grow them back. It's a whole thing. If you see someone who just takes out their eye as like a fun thing to do, that's the signifier right there.
Fascinating. He like kind of gingerly grabs the eye and like kind of looks at it.
I need that back.
Yes, he puts it back in your hand.
Thank you.
Well, here's what I can do. He will carefully tear a page out from his book, and he will hand it to you. And he will say, "Be careful using this. There is only so much space to write, and your responder needs room as well."
I see. Okay.
This paper, will be writing directly to the archivist within the Tome Seeker.
All right then.
Who will be able to communicate with you in turn. However,
This is like a two-way thing or one-way? Or
two-way.
one person initiates. I see. Okay.
But you only have so much room, so use it carefully.
Appreciate it. Seeker Tar.
My pleasure, Mr. Marlowe. I'll be sure to let them know to expect your inquiry.
He'll just do a cart nod and do a backwards cartwheel back to the party.
Okay, well, everyone begins packing up camp.
That's
Marlo,
not sus at all.
So
No,
all
sus
of
completely
the
immediate
possible
to
things
pack
you
up.
guys could have done, this is one I wasn't expecting, but I'm just like, all right, well, they're packing up camp.
Is it a little sus that immediately after Marlowe talked to this man wraps up all the operations?
I'll let you be the judge of that. What does that seem like?
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredibly suspicious. You don't need to roll for that.
Told them this place was
Marlowe's
haunted.
the one who just collects fingers and teeth and stuff and talks to these people, and they immediately start packing up.
I'm just gonna go over to talk to Marlo and be like, Marlo, darling, I hesitate to ask, but
Hmm?
seeing as these people are packing everything they own and getting the fuck out of Dodge, what did you say to him?
Well, I kind of mentioned, those the iterants that we saw before.
Yes.
I kind of told him it's like just like a little prank that they were coming up this way, and it's like, yeah, it's just yeah.
Roll me
believe him.
a deception check.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
Deception.
Oh, I didn't roll well, so there we go.
Ooh. Well, I'm full of
I
shit.
still rolled better than you.
Yeah, it could get worse.
Like even
Um,
with Aranis's like nat 1, it's like you rolled
But
so bad,
confusing.
Marlo. And like
Huh.
Aranis is just like, I think you're lying, but I'm not exactly positive. that you're
Yeah.
lying." And Clove's just like, that's a load of shit.
Marlo, darling, I hate to tell you this, but being a very good liar myself, I know a lie when I see one. Uh-huh. What did you really tell him?
I gave a favor for a favor.
I see. I will just reiterate, our mission here is sort of top secret. We don't want to talk about it, so I don't know what you told him. But Just-
I will say, Marla, based on the conversation that you had with last week with the envoy and Inquisitor Jelanis, Marla's sort of in the gray area of doing what they were told. because they did technically say they need to inform the Mages Guild and the Tome Seekers. They technically did say that, but it was also kind of understood that they would be the ones to do that. So it's like, it's
little morally gray.
little morally gray.
Okay. All right, darling. Well, we'll see. I was interested to see if there would be anything cool here, but I suppose there probably isn't.
Not anymore.
Well,
Guess if
hey,
you
if
like
Douglas
mud.
is looking, if Diggory Douglas is looking for some people to hire, maybe we can go do a quick in and out. I don't know.
We've already eaten through an
Diggory
extra day of
Douglas,
rations
aka
this
Dig
week.
Dug.
Yeah, Dig Dug.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're so funny.
So they're all now busy with packing. Unless the party has something specific that they want to do with them, they're now complete. Their game plan's completely changed, and they're going to be going the way you guys came from. So, I think that wraps up this area. Unless you have something pressing for either one of them.
No.
All right. Well, the party continues their traveling. Amazing. I was ready for okay, party still has, I think, that stick of dynamite you guys got, or unless you guys threw it at the bear, I couldn't remember that either.
I think we still have dynamite.
So you could have given them the dynamite, and maybe we'd roll to see if you guys found anything, but no,
No,
we're
it's
just packing
chaos.
up and going. It's chaos.
You
Yeah.
gotta
Hell
eat
yeah.
the chaos.
Okay. Let's continue a little bit more traveling.
I definitely remember that we were supposed to tell the Tome Seekers about it. Definitely. Or they had to be let known. That's definitely what I was doing there. Not that I had my own thing.
Yeah,
Tough.
sure.
All right. No event, but terrible storms once again. You know what that means, party? Athletics checks to not lose days.
Oh no.
We're currently at
We're-
negative 1 week.
Oh no, we're just gonna have to wait to get to the capital. Ooh. Aaron is totally intentionally sabotaging
We could
himself.
always just not go to the capital and say we got lost when they try and find us.
Let's see. What is the average here? It's like
Sadly, don't think that would work.
like 12.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Is 12 the average, basically? You guys lose a day of travel. All right, following week. And the weather. Oh,
either really good or really
beautiful.
bad.
It's beautiful weather, and in fact, this week it's almost like the wet season's gone away, and the party able to make extra time. You guys just gained back all the fucking time you guys lost. Basically, I think you're at negative a day at this point.
Yeah, boy.
Wow, amazing. Some more traveling.
Aaron's hair is like growing out wildly at this
Weather.
point, and his beard is like really scraggly and scrungly.
Weather's bad, but not bad enough to hinder things. Okay, this is second to last week. Okay, we have an event. Let's roll the weather.
Marlowe has been counting the days by pulling out teeth and putting them into a little baggie. So by the end, he'll see how many mouths of teeth he has at the end of the journey.
All right, the weather's fine. Okay. As the party travels, you begin to hear, and the weather's, it's like a light rain, it's not too bad, but it is wet. You begin to hear like strange noises like here or there. You kind of try to investigate it a little bit, but you don't see anything, and it's like a little disconcerting.
Mhm.
So you guys continue your travels though, kind of keeping an eye out for things until finally, it's been the entire day of travel, and you decide to rest for the night.
Aranis is peak scrungly at this point.
Okay. Let's see here. You guys can sort of like arrange yourselves. I just put you guys on like random beds, and with 2 people awake for a watch. What are your watches for the evening going to be? And are you guys going to do anything specific?
I'd like to take a watch with Oleandra.
Sure.
Just like every night, I'll throw up the alarm spell as a ritual. Just for added protection in case someone falls asleep. I can do it as a 20-foot cube.
All right, where would you like to put the alarm?
Let me make a cube. That's 25 feet. There we go. I'll put it over a cart.
Oh. Ooh.
Mr. Roll.
Very well, it's over the cart.
Just in case someone's trying to like rob us at night.
You got it.
basically.
Okay, so first watch is Aranis and Oleandra. Who wants to do second watch?
I was gonna say Marlo would do one with Angle or solo, either one.
I could
We
do
need
a lot.
we need the blue duo.
All right,
The
so
blue
Marlo and Jell, and then
yeah.
and then the third watch would be She and Clove.
Checks out.
All right, very well.
Oh boy.
First watch. Why don't you guys make me perception checks?
Get over here, Oleandra. Oof. Oof.
Well, not as bad as yours.
Yeah, no, yours is good. That's not bad.
All right. You're kind of looking around to see, if you can see the source of those weird sounds. You think maybe there were some weird woodland creatures or some shit. Like you're in an area that none of you have been to before. Now that you've passed the Great Divide, you're getting pretty close now to swamplands, and in fact, in like maybe a week or less, you're gonna actually enter the swamps, and then your journey's gonna be vastly different than what it is now. So you think that maybe it's just like creatures that are similar, that are from that area, that maybe migrated a little further out. You're not exactly sure, but
Maybe some frogs,
mhm.
turtles.
Keeping an eye out, and let's see here. But yeah, nothing seems to happen during your watch.
I'll be conversing. And how many weeks has it been? It's been like 4, 5.
It's been like you made up the time, but you still have wasted it. So it's like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we're booking this travel.
Yeah. So, for reference for Oleandra and y'all, by this point, Aranis is like a peak scrunglow. His beard is like all like long, a bit bigger and messier. His hair has gotten vastly longer. It seems to grow quite quickly, and he's got it kind of half tied at the bottom into a ponytail. And his armor is also looking a little rusty from the wet weather, like from where it can't be covered. So he's just sitting at the fire, like kind of messing with his hair.
Do you need help with that?
I mean, sure.
The way that you're tying it up drives me to distraction. If you do this instead, and she'll show you like a way to, because your hair is long enough now, to just
Yeah.
tie your hair up with itself, which is something I IRL can do because my hair is just that freaking long. If you just do this, you don't have to fight with the ties, and it doesn't get tangled.
Fair. Thank you.
Put some buttons
Always
in.
happy to help.
You got real
Been-
dank there, Izzy.
It's
I'm sorry, I don't know why it does that. Sometimes.
All good.
I'm not
Uh,
looking forward to the capital.
Yes, it does seem like that's a bit of a point of contention for you. Just a fraction.
Yeah. But I am hoping I can discuss things with my father and possibly give us a maid.
I do hope that works out. I mean, I haven't been back to the capital in I don't even remember how long. It's been several years. It would be
Been-
nice to see my parents, but obviously different set of relationships.
Yeah. It's been around 10, 20. I don't know, ever since. I've had a hard time tracking years in time.
You
for a
know,
while.
you could be super dramatic and just call it the incident.
I mean, it was.
I know, I'm just giving you crap, darling. I don't know. I think it's going to turn out better than we hoped. Despite the fact that the weather was absolute trash garbage here for a little bit, we did manage to get to get right back on target,
Hmm.
which is good because I didn't really want to have to fight through our rations if we got to that point.
I'm used to fasting. I could have shared some of mine.
I suppose, but I'm a greedy guts and I like to eat. So
Hmm.
I burn through food very, very quickly.
I have to eat quite a bit just for the when I use my blood magic. But
Yes, well, iron would be especially important for you, wouldn't it?
yeah, I just don't want. I guess I'm just afraid of. I think my father may hate me, or I don't know. I did some pretty bad things to him last week. Before I went to go train, but after that he gave me my short swords and my mother's cloak, and he puts his shoulder on the cloak that he's wearing, and set me off just fine. But I feel like
Well, you never know. Sometimes time can soothe ills like that. I do have a question, though. This is entirely off topic. Do you hear those weird voices?
which ones?
I've been hearing this, like, it sounds like some kind of voice, and I don't hearing it too often, but I know the others heard it because Marlo mentioned it earlier. Just, I hear this weird sound, and it sort of sounds like a voice saying something or doing something. And
Is
I've
it-
heard it ever since we got into this area, and it makes me nervous.
I can try and eke out my senses a little bit. And I
As you
kind of focus
guys,
on Hunter's Bane.
nothing goes off on your Hunter's Bane, and you guys already made your perception checks.
Mhm.
It's around this time that your watch comes to a close.
Okay.
Uneventful.
Have a good night, Aranis.
You as well.
Marlo and Jell is now your watch.
Juicy, juicy. The crumbs.
Why don't you guys make me some perception checks?
The boys at 3 a.m. looking for the Wendigo.
Let's see.
Better cold on those.
I'm just staring at the clouds like that one looks like a dog.
Oh, that looks like a boggle I used to know.
A what?
Oh, they're great. They're like little tiny, sticky and or slippery guys, and they can kind of like jump into like holes in trees and then pop out like another one. They're great for playing tag with.
Oh. I'd like to try that.
Oh, they will also try to put that stuff in your hair though, so you have to be careful.
Oh. That's fine. You can take a shower.
In the swamp, yeah.
Oh, you do it in the swamp. Mm.
Well, yeah, where I grew up, I don't really see them much anymore. but where I grew up, yeah, lots. So how many teeth do you have?
I don't know. I
Amazing.
don't count.
Is it like more or less than this? And I pull up the bag that has how many days have we been traveling?
7 weeks.
7 weeks, so 49. So 49 teeth. So do you have like this many or like more or less? And I'll just like upend the bag and like
Oh
40,
my god.
49 teeth fall onto the ground.
Angle will kind
Leandra's
of
very
like
sad. She's asleep.
put like one, like we'll kind of like put their finger on their teeth and start counting, and then we'll lose track, count again, and then we'll go, I have. Well, most people have two rows on the top, right, and two on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Okay, so then that many, and then if I lose one, then that one happens to come up, and then I get another one to replace that one later.
Marlo's further convinced that Angle's the same as him. Oh, so like me, because he like kind of pulls his cheeks, like he like hooks his cheeks with his teeth or his fingers, and shows off that he's still got a full mouth of teeth. And actually, if you kind of look if you look at any of the teeth, like kind of especially the molars, like top on, you can see that there are rings in them, kind of like wood, like a tree would have. Sorry, just I don't know really how to talk to people, so I just ask them weird things about themselves. So
The things you ask are weird.
well, usually I don't. People
God.
don't usually. Usually people don't answer. You know, like they don't really come. They're like, "Don't be weird, Marlo," or "Marlo, it's rude to ask how many teeth they have," or you know, "There's children
it's-
around."
It's just a question. You answer. You don't have to work.
See, you get it, all right?
But
I
why
don't.
wouldn't if you just answer the question? You don't have to. Why do people comment on the questions?
I guess they're not used to like those kinds of like usually when like mom would ask like how many things a person had, it's like how much they're willing to give up for her to help them out, you know. So like it's like I'm trying to do like the same thing, you know, so I'm trying to like take stock of what people have, so if I can help them with it, I know what I can get off of them, you know. It's that kind of deal.
Oh,
It's like, if I were to do, if you wanted me like, I don't know, like give you a piggyback for some of the trip, I'd like, maybe I could take some of your teeth for that, something like that, Start small and then yeah.
I may think about it, but only if you do it with the glowy arms.
Oh, I mean, I can only do that for like a couple minutes at a time, but I can do that. They might try to crush your legs. I'm still getting a handle on them, but I'll keep them under control. I'll try.
I'll think about it.
Just let me know if you lose feeling from the knee down.
Will do. It'll be interesting to see things even higher up. Just walking.
Oh, you want uppies? I can do that too. Yeah.
Oh God, they're a mess.
Amazing. Around this time,
They really are just goblins.
around this time, your watch comes to an end. Another uneventful watch. And it's now
Marlo
Clove. And Marlo picks up his teeth one by one. Clove and She now take the last watch.
Oh boy.
She will make a perception check.
I will also make a perception check.
I had the wrong setting, but she rolled an 11, so not great.
All right, I'm okay at these. That's an okay roll.
Okay. How's
Could
your
be
day
worse.
going?
Same as all the other days.
They kind of
It's
went
a little.
together.
Here,
You like
we're
pulling the
first
cart?
ones- I don't mind it for sure. It's a lot easier to pull for it is for you all. So, like,
I couldn't do
I
it.
I just like helping out, really. But hey, we're the first ones up this morning. Do you want to help me out?
Oh, you keep cutting out a bit, Clove.
Oh, I'll scoot closer here. Oh, my mic sort of dropped. That's the reason.
Oh, okay.
Talking into the mic of it. Talking into the top of it. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah. What was the last thing you said? I just lost the last word.
We're the first ones up this morning. Do you want to help me out with something fun?
Sure. What you have in mind?
Sort of, every day I'm throwing some different stuff together and seeing what happens. So I'll pull out my little potion kit and you see any interesting, foliage around?
No, I don't really care about leaves. To be honest.
All right. Well, I'll just sort of throw in some of my usual stuff, different ratios, and I'll make my daily potion with She's help.
Sure.
Whee! Oh,
Gonna use reroll.
Oh, can I do that?
Yeah, you do get a reroll with the feat that you took.
Oh, I've been forgetting about that.
Yeah. So
a 1 is very funny.
1 would have been mayonnaise, which would have been very funny.
Oh, this one's pretty good actually. I don't know. Let's say it kind of looks like Red Bull in that it's like carbonated and kind of not really an appetizing color, but it just has like a lot of.
Alrighty.
I know which one it is if you don't want to look it up.
No, you're good. I'm checking one thing. Okay.
Sure, this will keep me alert for the rest of this little watch we have here. So why don't I just drink this right away? Sure.
Clove. So you're drinking the potion?
Sure. Yeah, I'll drink it right away.
All right, Clove. As you drink the potion, you get a little ping in your head that your alarm spell has gone off. And in fact, a bunch of things are happening right
when
now.
setting up the alarm spell, there's an option to make it ping just in your head, but I think there's an option to make it audible as well. I'll double check that. You cast a spell. Yeah, so I can choose whether it's mental or audible. I think Clove prefers the audible one.
Audible alarm goes off. However, these what's happening now is going to be happening regardless because you guys did not roll perception high.
Sure, fair enough.
So that is.
It produces the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh, dinner ready? Or
This is
breakfast?
on she. That is a nat 20 on she. Okay,
Of course.
That's not
She.
good. This is a not advantage on.
Were they
on she
like
because of the
assuming
alarm.
these are attacks?
That will miss she. Yes.
Are these rolling with advantage because of surprise?
You all will be made clear in 1 second once I.
Oh,
So the unadvantage on she will miss, and then this last attack against you, Clove, will hit. So it's a very good thing. Okay, well let's start out with she. So she needs to make me a Constitution saving throw. That is a failure. Okay, she is gonna be in a lot of pain. Let me see this. The total of this. Holy Jesus. So that's gonna be a total of. She is probably gonna be down. Because of that crit. She takes 38 damage. She is down.
So we lost our healer.
Oh no.
One of them.
Clove,
Yeah.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Actually,
and
make me 2 Constitution saving throws.
if it matters to the outcome of this at all, as I roll, funnily enough, the potion I just drank does allow me to react during surprise rounds. If this is a surprise,
This is in fact a surprise round. How would you like to react?
That's a good question.
You passed your con save, which is very good. So you
those are good con saves.
Take half of this.
So is this like
You
the react action or?
No, you can take a full action.
I think the
6,
most
and then you
immediate
take
thing that
this.
makes sense would be to lean over, or sort of run over, and cast a Cure Wounds on our unconscious buddy here.
I will allow you to do that. Did you make me 2 Constitution saving throws?
Yeah, 22 and 24.
22 and 24. Amazing. That is great. You are not poisoned and you are not silenced. Let me see what the damage of this is.
I'll roll my healing. Oh, sorry, I got one in Foundry. Cure Wounds, cast spell, healing, normal.
That's good.
You
Beating
take
myself up.
14 more damage.
All right, ow.
So you healed she for 6.
That is correct.
And as you run up to do so, you notice the following creatures. One here, one where you were, one that set off your alarm to the south.
Yeah, I'm having I'm looking at her stream so I can see what's going on visually, but I'm having the same glitch earlier. I see tokens, but not the actual background. And I've refreshed a bunch and nothing.
Weird.
So I can see what's going on just by looking at your stream, but
You see a bunch of masked, cloaked assassins that have attacked your party. And thanks to your alarm, everyone is now able to act.
It's the Court of Owls. We're truly screwed.
That was my first thought. I was like, oh no, the Court of Owls.
That is a
Who
reference
talked about
that
the Court of
I
Owls?
don't know, unfortunately.
Batman. It's a Batman.
Batman.
villain.
Man.
it's a newer Batman villain.
No, they've been around for about.
I added
10
the
years?
Amber. I do not
Newer
want the
than
Amber.
the other
Amber
big
Lantern
ones.
is not a combatant, and I didn't even get everybody. How did I know? Okay, you go to combat.
Because we're pretty cool.
She combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How
and the
how much longer are we going for?
we are ending right here. We're gonna end with you all rolling initiative, and then we're gonna call it as these assassins leap out of nowhere to attempt to murder the party.
Love that.
My potion will automatically put me at the top.
Oh, you took the potion. Yeah, that's right.
You
took
got
the
it.
potion you
I
gave me
will
last time.
Update your initiative to. We'll just call your initiative 30.
There are 3 assassins?
There are 4.
4. Oh, I see the
This
4th
one,
one.
yeah.
So as an update, I'm hurt. And obviously
yes,
she is
you
quite
are
hurt as well.
and let's see these two. And
what type of blow was this? Was this like an arrow or?
both of you were stabbed from behind at the same time you were shot with, or attempted to be shot in She's case, because the bolt from the person who triggered the alarm probably rattled because the alarm went off. Yeah.
Yeah, got surprised.
Yes. So you were stabbed and shot.
Oh, diddly dear.
Yeah. So we will have to start next time with some nice combat. Let me
Ooh.
have to change the inventories
At
of the
least we
people
have a
who
week.
fired their special bolts because they don't have that anymore.
We have a week to figure some plans out, y'all.
These individuals came in without obvious lanterns too. Huh.
Well, you can see they appear to have some strange masks on, and in addition,
Rebreather masks.
they appear to be Arkokra.
Oh.
So they
Gee, what did you
literally descended upon you.
She's secret enemies.
Mm.
And with
Alrighty.
that, we will call the session.
Ha 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 ha.
We did
Oh,
it.
boy.
There.
We did it. Oof, that crit, man. Yikes. That
Definitely.
was
At
nasty.
least Clove was able to get she back up because that
Yeah.
makes a difference.
You know, I had 20 potions to roll, and that one seemed to be the most perfect one for the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, what is the wording on that potion? Because I want to make sure.
I have it right here. First initiative and can react during surprise rounds.
Okay. So
That's
you're
what
still
I drank
surprised.
last
I just wanted to
time.
make sure that like they'd still
Like the
the
advantage.
course of because they were hidden easily from.
That's what I thought.
All
at
of y'all
first.
had the most shit perception checks. But yes, the ravens descend.
The Ravens.
And we'll have to
That's a good title
figure
for
out
next episode.
Yes, how about that? Gotta have my episode title. Like this is like the first episode title, this one in a while that I'm just like, it just doesn't feel quite as inspired, you know, but they'll be good going forward for sure. So thank you guys all for playing, and we'll pick back up next week. And I believe Angel will be back next week, so that'll be fun. We'll get to tell
Welcome
them
back, you're
that
dead.
you died,
Congrats,
but
you
we
died,
picked
but
you
you
back
came
up
back.
again. Yeah.
That's
However, she is poison.
That'll be not fun.
Well, let me mark that now before I forget.
The bone hurting juice in full effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Is
for once I don't have Sanctuary Pact because I traded it out for Purify Food and Drink. Speaking of, whenever you get the chance, if you update Clove for I keep changing out my spell list like every day that passes.
Sure. I mean, I was updating you. I updated you before the session started today. And if like, you know, if you want to change things out, you know, if you just keep track on your end, you know, I'm not gonna like, you know, be just like,
Sure,
well,
yeah.
your character doesn't have that on them right now, so you don't get it. No, I'll just be like, you know, don't as long as you're not, you know, trying to game the system or something like that. You know, I'm just gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You know.
Cool.
So
Okay.
and then we can always like, you know, look up the
Correct,
spell
yeah.
and be like, okay, what do I need to roll? What's the damage? Yeah. We can always do it old school, you know.
Yeah, I'm doing it on D&D Beyond. Just obviously, Foundry needs a manual update.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you all for playing. You know what? Hey, finally someone who I know who's a smaller creator is streaming. So let's go say hi to Bootbot.
Oh, I know
Nice.
Bootbot. I did a one-shot with Bootbot.
Weren't we?
Yeah.
Wasn't I in that one shot with you?
Probably. Yeah, I
Weren't we?
forgot.
Weren't we woodland creatures?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I was the
I was thinking of
octopus.
like
The barbarian
desert one.
octopus. How could you forget me?
You know, my brain is an empty cage.
Same.
Also, once again, I'm stealing Skunky on Tuesday for more Ocean 3-shot adventures.
I'm being
We are
kidnapped.
rating. Goodbye, chat. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Bye bye.